What's up, everybody?
everybody? And welcome to Thursday's edition of the Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture Show. Joe, look at you, dude. 13 months.
13
months, Joe.
13
I can't believe
months.
we've been doing this podcast that long, but I think we're coming up on 2 years here soon.
It's getting
Pretty
close.
crazy,
I think, what is it? February or March?
January, I think. I don't know.
Don't watch those shows. Don't watch those beginning shows.
Yeah, I think when the Ravens lost to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, we definitely had a podcast the next day, and that was 2 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, we're coming up. We're coming up on 2 years. That's for sure.
Yeah, the early shows are awesomely bad.
Minus the awesome part.
Not that these are any better, but
these are awesomely bad. Those were just bad.
So Dusty, that wind. Go ahead.
At least we get tech to work half the time now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were big tech guys back in the day.
Yeah. So Dusty, has winds hit you out at the beach?
Honestly, it was fine all day yesterday. I played in that golf tournament yesterday, and it was totally fine. And then all of a sudden, when I went to bed, I put on a movie, and I couldn't hear the movie at times because the wind was so loud outside of my house. I didn't even know it was supposed to be like that last night.
No, nor did I. I was telling your brother before you got on. I was literally watching a Rutgers basketball game, which is disgusting to even think about. I was watching that on Big Ten Network. And all of a sudden, I had all the windows open in my house, and they all started clamoring. I'm like, holy shit. And I didn't know. I could hear my rooftop furniture moving around.
Yeah, I can hear mine too. Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, there's nothing I can do about it right now. So I didn't know that it flew off. Thank God it flew off into this alley street I have right here instead of flying out to Clinton Street where all the cars are parked. So that was a fun morning.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. It didn't rain at all though, which was I guess even the weirder part. Normally it brings some terrible weather, but right now it's beautiful out. It's 55 and sunny. It's a little windy, but it's supposed to die down throughout the day here. So
yeah, it's great outside here.
Yeah. Brooks, how's it out there?
Not bad. 52 and sunny. Supposed to get up to what's the high today? Low 60s, something like that.
So that means that's what we'll be seeing tomorrow.
Yeah. Can you guys
my wife just jumping in here, being a real smart ass.
Oh.
Being a real smart ass.
Yeah, he's just a floating head on my screen. I can't see anything else.
Get back to work.
Camouflage. Can anybody tell me if this daylight savings time is ever going to stop? Because for 5 years, people have been telling me that there's not going to be any more daylight savings time, and then the clocks keep turning back and forward, and I don't know if it's what's real and what's fake.
Somebody told me the same thing, and then I was told, don't know if it's true or not, that it didn't pass through Congress.
Okay. I do love that Arizona and I think there might be one other state are just fuck that. We're just not doing it. Yeah. We're just not going to do it. Yeah. Which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great. It's great. Anyway,
in Indiana, do you cross over time zones within the state?
Yeah.
It's weird. In the summertime in Indiana, especially where Brooks lives, it doesn't get dark until almost 10 p.m. It's really, really mind-boggling. I remember I was out there for the summer a couple years ago, whenever Banks was born, actually. I guess it was almost 3 summers ago now. But yeah, it was the first time I had been out there in the summertime, and we were sitting out on his patio drinking a beer or a bourbon or whatever we were drinking. And I was like, you want another one? And I looked at my watch and it was 9:45. It was still sunny out on the porch. I was like, what is going on right now? It's so weird.
The summer solstice never goes away there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they're the last major city that's not on Central. They're still on Eastern. So
pretty close. I mean, they're like I said, there's part of Northwest Indiana, closer to Chicago, that is Central time zone. I think there's Southwest as well. There's a part of Southwest, and I think there used to be, I could be wrong on this. I've heard this from somebody. There either still is or there used to be a part of Indiana that doesn't do the time change either.
Like a county?
Like a county? Like one county?
Yeah, just a small part of it. And I can't remember what it was. Somebody told me that at some point, but
how do you get that passed? How do you Get him past the goalie.
I mean, the whole thing is based on like the farmers, but it's I don't think that lives up to that anymore, really.
They said that for a long time. Now they're saying the reason that they're keeping it is because of the children in the bus stops. Like they don't want kids being in the pitch black while they're waiting for the bus.
They are half the year. What are we talking about?
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're doing it anyway. So it's just, I don't know. It doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
I'd rather have extra light at night. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
My uncle, when he was in Fairbanks, Alaska, on military. He was somewhere in Alaska. They have a midnight baseball game because it stays sunlight for like
I remember hearing about
40 hours, something crazy.
Yeah,
it never gets dark, so they have a midnight baseball game. That's pretty cool.
Well, it does the reverse too, right? Doesn't it stay? It stays light out for a good portion of time, and then also it like stays dark out for like days at a time too.
Yeah, days at a time. Yeah, this is so long ago when he went to this thing when I was a little kid, but I somehow remember that.
Huh.
Midnight baseball,
pretty cool. Midnight baseball is pretty cool.
Like I said, it's really, really cool that it stays light out here during the summer and everything like that until you have like a kid and like his bedtime. It should be around like 8:30, but it stays light out to closer to 10, and it's really hard convincing them to go to bed when it's still light outside.
Yeah.
I'm sure blackout curtains.
Well, they are in his room, but I can't have them over the entire house.
I mean, you could. You could just look like you lived at Boo Radley's house.
Yeah, you'd also be one of those dots on the FBI screen thinking that you're on the Raid Shack.
Something's going on here. Something's going on in this house. I don't know what
the
it is.
Butcher of Carmel.
I don't know what it is.
The Butcher of Carmel. Oh my god,
it's all funny. There's a farm and there's a whole I think it's on Hulu or Amazon Prime, Herb Baumeister, and it's called Christ, why am I blanking on it now? But it's like 10 minutes from here, and it's in Westfield. There's like this farm where there's like this serial killer back in the 90s that killed, like, they think they're still discovering remains until like this day. Jesus. Like they discovered remains and like identified it with like the new DNA stuff here this week. They found another guy that they linked it to with remains in that farm. But like they think he killed like closer to 100 people, and they've only identified like 12. Yeah,
dude, if you go back and look at this stuff like from the early part of the 20th century, the early 1900s, like all the stuff that people just got away with and people are finding out about now, like there was some serial killers that they thought had killed like 25 or 30 people that they turned out had killed like 200 or 300 people more likely, and they just didn't have the data or any kind of way to track people back in the day. And it's just, I don't know, there's so many documentaries about it now. It's like it's almost like too much. Too many.
I mean, even from I agree with that, but even from like the 90s and like early 2000s until now, I mean, like I said, this happened in like the 80s and 90s, and it was just recently like the coroner here has like teamed up with I guess some DNA company out in California. It's not even local, to try to start figuring out who these people are, basically who the remains belong to. So
this is wild. I think I get to say this once a month for this podcast. This is why I love this podcast and love being friends with you guys, because we got here based on daylight savings time.
We got the serial killers.
We really are good at twisting a conversation in many different ways. That's for sure.
I don't think any of us are drinking right now either, which is
no, I'm
wild.
Not.
That's a lie.
I have a Diet Coke.
I was gonna say that's pretty out of the ordinary where all three of us are.
Yeah, we had that golf tournament yesterday, and so we had some beers yesterday. So I'm gonna be nursing myself back to health a little bit this morning.
It was the food one, right? Cisco or something?
Yeah, Cisco has a golf tournament at the end of every year. They put on basically every restaurant that orders a shit ton of Cisco products, which is a ton of them. During the summer, they take them all out to Glen Riddle for a golf outing, and it's totally free. Which is cool because a lot of these golf outings around here, you have to pay like $150 or $200 for. And it sucks for me specifically because I'm a member at Glen Riddle and I already pay a lot of money to play golf there. Like I don't want to pay an extra $150 just to play around there. I don't care if the beer's free. The beer's free at my fridge. But it was a lot of fun. We couldn't make a single putt. We hit every fairway and green except for one fairway, I think we missed. And we hit every green in regulation, and we shot like 4 under. We just could not make putts. We couldn't make any putts. And we weren't going to win the thing anyway. The win was, like Brian said, it was whipping yesterday. I mean, there was certain holes where, we're 140 yards away, and we're considering hitting like hybrids because the wind is straight in our fucking face. Like it's crazy.
Fun.
Yeah. Yeah, just the
that's
ball.
No fun. Count
the
me
ball
out
almost
on those
boomerangs straight back at you. At times it's bad. But it was a lot of fun, and I got to hang out with some friends. So that's the most fun part anyway.
I actually played really well on Monday. I was actually very surprised at how well I played.
Yeah,
I could actually get when you and I go off the other day, Dusty. I couldn't get off the tee box. On Monday, I could get off the tee box. I was piping them.
That's the whole name of the game, man. You keep the ball in play off the tee box for the most part. You're gonna make pretty decent scores. It's just it's hard to make double and triple bogeys when you don't lose balls, but I find a way to do it quite a bit actually. Yeah.
Is it? Is it hard?
It should be. If you can chip and putt, it should be hard. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. We played
theoretically.
We played a Rocky Point on Monday, and I think I told you guys this. They got rid of Johann's, which is that kick-ass burger liquor spot pub on the way to Rocky Point. But Rocky Point is demolished. That clubhouse is gone. They're digging into the earth. Looks like they're going to put like a basement in or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to put like a downstairs golf simulator section. I mean, the clubhouse is going to be much larger and expanded. So there's a lot of trailers and there's a lot of earth being dug up.
Well, it can't be anywhere close to what Calusa was. So, dude. I watched the.
Don't ever say that name of that golf course.
Is that in Florida? When I went home and you guys went and golfed.
Please don't ever say that name again. I forgot that existed, and I never wanted to hear about it again.
I watched. I was going back watching some of our reels from like earlier, this year, and that was one that popped up, and I was like, yeah, this is just bad memories flooding back.
That was the worst day ever. Oh my god.
I thought being hungover on a plane was bad. Then I heard what you guys went through that day, and it involved golf. Like, how's this possible?
That sucked.
And couldn't get alcohol.
Yeah, no alcohol, no liquor license, because they had just opened the course like a couple weeks before that, and they should have opened the course a couple of years after they did. It's so anyway, but if you guys like playing golf in the middle of a landfill, check out Calusa Golf Course. Yeah. Oh man.
So
anyway,
we have a lot of courses out in Baghdad.
We have a lot of stuff to talk about today. There was the NFL trade deadline that just passed a couple days ago. We were talking about a lot of the trades that got pushed through during our podcast on Tuesday, but we saw a couple more afterwards. And then there's a bunch of other stuff we need to talk about. Brian, you have something to say. What do you
want? Has a finger in the air.
I have my finger in the air. Checking for the win. Let's
it's win.
I know. Yeah, we're gonna talk a lot of football. Could I make a recommendation? Say we start with history and start with Mr. 900.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Alexander Ovechkin. Yeah, let's do it. Hell yeah.
So, I mean, awesome. I love the goal, too. It was a soft-ass goal, but the way he had the back turn and everything, it was pretty fucking – it was a sweet, soft goal, which sounds very odd to say. Now, the question becomes this – is it the goalie's name was like Bingham or something for St. Louis? He tried to put the puck in his pants. Did you guys hear this?
No.
He tried to hide the puck.
No, but I respect it.
Was he trying to hide it like for Ovi for after the game, or was he trying to keep it for himself?
So I gotta
be fair. Caught, that's what he was hiding it for.
Okay, yeah. So he's got options. He had this thought out. He thought this out. Yeah.
I have to be fair to the story. Like in the 2 articles I've read, they don't say if he was doing it maliciously or if he was doing it as a joke. Now, Ovi was asked about it after the game and said he did not want to make any comment about it. So I'm sure something got said to him during the game after this, because they couldn't find the puck, and you could see like he gives like 3 motions to put it in his pants.
Oh, all right. Never 3 times. Huh. Never 3 times.
Never
jiggle.
Definitely never pumped at least twice.
Pump twice.
You pump twice. We'll pump 3 times. That's a flag.
We'll talk about We'll talk about Rico Dowdle pumping twice a little bit later in the show, maybe. But
two pump chump. Oh
yeah,
man,
2 pump chump, I guess. But
I
yeah,
love that
congratulations
I love that
to
he like
Alexander.
played into it too and looked at the ref and was like, "I only won twice."
Well, yeah, I wanted to bring up Ovi. I want to bring up Ovechkin just because it's number 900.
Yeah.
First guy ever to 900 goals. Might be the only person ever to get to 900 goals. So it's pretty sweet. He's still going. I mean, look, he's still going. I think his contract is up after this year. Dusty, you might know a little bit better than I would.
I'm not 100% sure. I think he seems like he's not going to play for all that much longer. But I mean, he's still playing at a ridiculously high level. So
he still scored 40 goals. So that's pretty damn good.
I know, and he broke his leg last year and scored 40 goals.
Broke his freaking leg.
Yeah, dude, like Greg Jennings.
It seems like the team's on the come again this year. I mean, like just again this year. They weren't expected to be good last year. It looks like they're doing all right again this year. So why would you go away from something that's working?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And guess what? They get to play the Penguins tonight. We got Caps Pens tonight. They're playing
That's not what it used to be.
We get to see that. It's also on ESPN Plus and Hulu. So maybe you won't be able to watch it. Who knows? But it should be on the local network anyway.
Because ESPN corporate
some
greedy fat cats are still trying to get us to a damn website to say we want our stuff back, and I want to tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, there's it seems like the whole internet is against ESPN at this point, and on YouTube TV's side. And we saw something come out of ESPN today that might have a direct correlation with this. ESPN and ESPN Bet and Penn Sports agreement are folding. Penn is getting out of their contract with ESPN, or sorry, vice versa, actually. ESPN is getting out of their contract with Penn. It was supposed to be a 10-year agreement. Penn is the company that powers ESPN Bet. It used to be known as Barstool Sportsbook. ESPN took over that contract when Barstool signed a contract with DraftKings. And they've gotten out of that contract after, I think, just like a year, with like over 8 years remaining on the contract. And they have already just a few hours later announced that they have partnered with DraftKings Sportsbook as their official sportsbook of ESPN. So ESPN is getting out of the sportsbook market. And I don't know if this is because they were putting too much money in it. They were bleeding money. A lot of people are speculating that this has a direct correlation with the YouTube TV stuff, that they're trying to save money because the backlash from the public has been so bad. I don't really know, because it's Disney. At the end of the day, it's Disney. It's not like you don't have money. But I think the way that ESPN has been handled over the course of the last 5 or 10 years has been pretty bad for the most part. And it seems like they've been they kind of were bleeding money for a while, and then they started just funneling all the money to the top guys. Like Stephen A. Smith got this big contract, and I don't really know what the future of ESPN is, though. Do you think that this is like a potential death nail in ESPN moving forward, or do you think it's always going to be around in some form or fashion?
It'll always be around in some form. I mean, ESPN is synonymous with sports. This started all happening when John Skipper was asked to leave, and rightfully so asked to leave for the stupid stuff that he was doing. Yeah, which I've read up on. But it just seems like they've been in a downward spiral. And I've heard bitching and moaning about ESPN Bet, but I don't really remember why people bitch and moan. I don't know if the platform sucks, if they don't, live bet.
That's got to be like the biggest thing when you do a sports book. Like, the platform has to be user friendly. I mean, you would think that has to be like one of the number one things you would want.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't really make sense that they have a contract with a competing company and then also open their own sports book. What fucking sense does that make?
It was a $2 billion deal that they signed. 10 years, $2 billion. They're getting out after 2 years. 8 years are obviously remaining. Who knows how much money that is if it's all broken down, succinctly. So I don't know.
It's a super really weird situation, but I guess ESPN is just trying to get out from under this. 10 years, $2 billion in 2023, and it will officially shut down next month.
Dave Portnoy is like, all right, best case scenario, we don't have to worry about it for the next 8 years. I'm just going to get $2 billion and walk.
Yeah. So when the Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier thing happened a couple of weeks ago, there was a viral thing that went out on the internet of they were talking about it on Get Up which is like one of the morning shows on ESPN. I'm sure you guys are familiar. And when the breaking news thing on the bottom of the screen said Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups arrested as part of gambling investigations. And on the bottom right of the screen, it said ESPN bet $10, get $10. And so they're having the conversation on Get Up. And all of a sudden, the bottom ticker of the screen just goes completely gone. And there's no ESPN bet logo or anything like that. And it's like, all right, you can talk about this, you can cover this, but also you're a sports book. So you can't really. They're blurring the lines so much, and I think they probably got a lot of backlash for that, and maybe that's a part of this too. I don't really.
Yeah, but I disagree with the backlash. Both can be true. They didn't do anything wrong in this situation.
No. But I mean, it's just another way for the internet to kind of shit on ESPN. You know,
I agree. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there used to be certain shows that we would watch as kids with ESPN, and it wasn't just highlight-based stuff. Now it's these stupid shows where everyone's screaming at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's all day, and you don't get to watch the highlights.
But they're getting the most views, so I can't like disagree with them, right?
I get that they're getting the most views, but there's also such thing as journalistic integrity, and if you're ESPN and you're not showing highlights of the games before, like I feel like I grew up watching so much of my sports. I got so much information from the highlights packages on ESPN, and you just don't see them. When you wake up in the morning, you put on ESPN, it's just like Brian said, it's five guys yelling at each other. And I know that those are the ones that are getting the clicks, but there also has to be some sort of balance where you're also providing the information that you're supposed to provide. And I think that's media in general. I don't think that's just sports media, and that's media in every form and facet, but it's just the way that the trend line is going. I don't like it.
When we were kids too, there wasn't as much competition. There wasn't John Boy. There wasn't Fox Sports 1. At least, oh, nice. And look, I'm coming from a place that's very nice. I'm coming from a place of I don't know when Fox Sports or CBS Sports started. I don't know, but back when I remember the only way I could watch sports stuff I turned on ESPN or The Deuce when it was still called The Deuce.
That's all you got.
ESPN.
Well, you weren't watching Cold Pizza?
I was. I remember Cold Pizza. That was Woody Page and Skip Bayless in their true form.
Yeah. Yes, it was. That was old school.
Yeah.
But remember, Stump the Schwab was the best show. That was my favorite show when I was a kid.
I loved it.
Yeah. But I mean, this is just what TV did. I mean, first it started with the network starting their own version of this, and then obviously NFL Network comes to whatever the NFL just starts their own network, and MLB Network and NHL Network, and like obviously then we see the trickle down, like the internet opened the world up to everybody, including our dumbasses. So
TikTok, you can get your stuff off TikTok now. You can get your highlights or get whatever.
I mean, I think
so many platforms,
and I think I saw that like most of like NBA views come from like Twitter. People basically watch
TikTok,
highlights.
YouTube.
Like they cut during the game and throw like a little cut onto YouTube, or not YouTube, but on Twitter. And it's like still during the game. So you can basically watch just like the main plays of the game.
Yep.
And it's wild. I'm not a huge NBA fan anyway, so I don't really care. And I don't follow it. It's just something that I've read and heard other hosts talk about. So, but yeah, what's the right play here? I don't know. I don't know what the right angle is here. But I mean, again, if those guys are getting views arguing over the same shit every day, that's going to go away at some point. It's got to. People are already fed up with it.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the older generation has been fed up with it for a long time, but the younger generation, it's just so consumable, like you said, and in the short clips, like they get so much more out of like the 45-second clip of the argument than they get out of the entire argument or the people watching the actual show. So that they're really just almost farming views. And once again, it's hard to blame them, but I mean, I also like if I don't get to see what happened in Lakers Spurs last night, then you're just going to talk about Wemby and LeBron, and I don't get to see the highlights. Then what am I learning about the game?
And I agree with Randy here. Basically, Get Up is all you need to watch at this point.
100%. Yeah.
But see, with kids watching all these clips now, do you need to pay on-air talent? Do you need to pay Mike Greenberg $5 million a year? Do you need to pay Booger McFarland $1.5 million a year?
No.
I mean, if people are just watching football clips, what the fuck is Booger McFarland's crooked ass finger going to tell you?
No, they're paying. That's why they're funneling not 90%, but a large portion of their money to Scott Van Pelt and Stephen A. Smith, the big personalities on the network that people actually will watch.
McAfee's rejuvenated the whole network.
100%. Yeah. And the same thing with Fox and in Shannon Sharp when he was on there. I guess he's not on there anymore, but Fox with who's on there, Coward and Skip and all those guys that were on there, and they're all just going to try to push.
Right. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Nick Wright. They're gonna try to push. I hate that guy.
He looks like a rat. Yeah. He looks like a rat.
He's a very he knows the sports, but I don't like.
Does he?
Opinions.
He knows LeBron and
he knows
Patrick
some.
Mahomes.
He knows the history of the sports. Like if
does.
you've ever watched him, he can name every champion of like every sport, and like he knows the history of the sports.
But I feel like he tries to like act like he knows every sports. What am I trying to say? Every sports region, and it's impossible to keep up with every region. Like he was talking about I know as Ravens fans we understand this because we were getting pissed off about the Lamar stuff and the stuff that he was saying was making zero sense, and we're like, have you been watching at all? But I understand it's hard to keep up with every single team.
I lost my taste for ESPN when I don't even know, Get Up when it just started. And they had, at one point, they had Lil Wayne on and Snoop Dogg talking about sports. And I'm like, what the fuck do I care about what they know? Yeah, like what? This is stupid. Even Dan Orlovsky goes on like a couple other platforms and he says like he just gets so tired of going in and seeing them, going to those producer meetings with the rundowns. And it's like, something that happened just now, something big. And then it's the Cowboys, and then it's LeBron, and then it's, will LeBron play for the Cowboys? And it's like, this is just stupid. We're talking about the same stuff over and over and over again. And you have so many shows consecutively that continue to beat the same shit down over and over and over again.
That's why I like Orlovsky. I mean, I know he gets a bad rap sometimes just because people don't like the way he speaks at times. And obviously Baltimore fans weren't a fan of his opinion of the MVP last year. But everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I also like that he pushes back a lot on stuff. Same thing with McAfee. Obviously, everyone thinks McAfee is sold out and went to ESPN. But I mean, he's literally yesterday or 2 days ago was like, ESPN and YouTube TV, like, if you tell me to go to a website one more time, I'm going to lose my shit. Like, what are you guys doing? I mean, I think he streamed Game Day last week from his platform and got 2 million views on his own platform. Yeah. I mean, Jesus.
I watch a lot of podcast stuff now. I watch Pro Football Talk. I watch Chris Sims Unbuttoned. And that doesn't mean you have to agree with me that they're good or bad, but they at least give real deal insight. And they break stuff down appropriately. And they're not screaming at each other. Do they make stupid jokes just like we make stupid jokes? Absolutely. Yeah. But it's very – I like to think I'm old, new school. I know I don't know technology that well, but I like to have fun and try to keep up with pop culture and stupid shit like that. So I really enjoy it. My mom would hate some of the stuff I watch, but I mean, whatever. This is just, it's getting weird. And now people are bitching, moaning, and whining because now they're paying more money than they were before they cut the cords. We had that conversation, I think, 2 podcasts ago. Yeah. This is going down a very, very weird place. And I watched Pablo Torre, by the way. Pablo Torre Finds Out might be one of my favorite things to watch now. It is hysterical. And they had the woman from the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, come on and say like how the new regime, she's not going political whatsoever. She goes, the new regime got rid of some of these government entities that were in charge of making sure that these things wouldn't occur, that there would be a fair market for everybody. And they've dissolved those areas, those entities.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the whole conversation. I mean, we could talk about this for hours and hours, but I mean, we'll move on to like we'll talk about some extra sports here. It's just that I don't know the whole landscape of sports media and the way it's handled and everything has been. It seems like it's been changing a lot over the last couple of years, and I hope we get somewhere closer to where we were when I was a kid. But I mean, I'm sure everyone would say that, and I don't. It's probably not going to happen, but. I don't know. I just feel like we need to get back to a place where we're covering the lead. We're covering the leagues appropriately. We're showing the highlights appropriately. We're not force feeding Dak Prescott bullshit down everyone's throats just because everyone's clicking on it. Everyone everyone knows everyone's going to click on it. But I don't know. It's just I'm interested in the future, but I'm also really, really worried about the future of just sports broadcasting in general.
My last thing on shitty media. I watched Pablo Torre Finds Out last night, and I watched an episode where he found the LeBron recruiting hype video that the New York Knicks put together. Just do yourself a favor and watch that Pablo Torre Finds Out episode. He got the video. No one had ever seen it. All right. So Pablo Torre has his two buddies on there. I think one guy's name is Worldwide Wob. His real name's Rob something. That's his Twitter handle. And then some other guy, Worldwide Wob. That's great. They show the video in this hype video. So you got to imagine LeBron comes in with his crew of friends, his business team. He's getting recruited in 2010. He's the biggest free agent probably in sports history. This is when right before he made the decision to go to Miami. He goes in to get pitched by the New York Knicks. On the way out, Jay-Z had just left the same building for the Brooklyn Nets to pitch LeBron. Okay. So while the Knicks are walking in, the Nets are walking out. They go in, they put the video in. They have some of the Knicks guys, LeBron's crew, and they start the video. The video looks like it is made by a child. It opens up with James Gandolfini from The Sopranos acting like he's in a witness protection program, and him and his wife, I forget his wife's name from the show. It's like, we need to get your friend here, LeBron. We need to find a house for him, and it's Madison Square Garden. Also in this video, they have Harvey Weinstein. They have Jay-Z as like some of the music talent. Mind you, he had just walked by the Knicks coming out of the building. They have Rudy Giuliani, Michael Bloomberg, all these people recruiting LeBron to come to New York. It is god awful. It looks like it is made by a child. LeBron had to be like, I'm not going there. Fuck this.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine trying to recruit LeBron James?
Donald Trump is in that as well. That worked out well for him. And I think Worldwide Wob says, I think this video aged poorly. Half the guys are either dead or in jail.
Oh, man. Yeah. All right, let's get into some stuff. We're gonna start with some sad news because we have to talk about it. Second-year Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealon was a second-round pick last year, has passed away at the age of 24 years old. He scored a touchdown on Monday Night Football this week. The Cowboys blocked that punt. He was the one who jumped on it in the end zone. It was the first touchdown he had ever scored in his career. He was living his dream. There has been no info on how he passed away, but really, really just terrible, terrible news. I mean, the guy scored a touchdown on Monday and he's passed away on Thursday. He's 24 years old. So it's really, really sad. It just gives you, once again, it's one of those things that gives you perspective on life and how quickly it could be over, how quickly things can change. And, I didn't want to take this podcast to a lull, but these kind of things we have to bring up because it's so sad. All prayers and thoughts and everything go out to his family and friends and everyone around him. Just really, really sad.
And you hate to say it, first instinct for me was, did something happen at the facility? Did he hurt himself tackling or something like that? But no, they're on bye week, so he's probably home.
Yeah,
he's in Frisco. And I mean, just with literally just opened my Twitter to a Schefter media release from the Frisco police, and they are, I mean, I'll just read the headline. Frisco police are investigating a possible suicide. So I know there was a lot of speculation on what this was. I was kind of hoping, I mean, you're not hoping for anything here, but you're hoping it's not this, and maybe it's like a tragic accident, like a car accident or something that happened. But this was the headline I just opened up to. And
yeah, you're right.
It's not Adam Schefter, one of those accounts. It's the actual one because I get duped on that all the time. That sucks. I I think it was like men's mental health awareness day, or mental health awareness day.
Mental health awareness.
A couple days.
Health awareness.
Yeah.
Hellness.
Hellness.
It said, the police report reads as followed. A man was found deceased with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. It also says that last night at approximately 10:39 p.m., the Frisco Police Department responded to assist the Texas Department of Public Safety with locating a vehicle that had been evading troopers during a pursuit in the city of Frisco. After losing the visual, the troopers located minutes later, crashed on southbound Parkway. Initial reports that Marshawn Nealand was the driver of that vehicle, fled the scene on foot, and now it seems like he is, just a whole bunch of bad stuff. Look, everyone makes mistakes in their life, even if you're running from the cops and you think your life is over. It's not. There's so many options and so many things we wish would have gone differently. But anyway, just wanted, thoughts and prayers to Marshawn Nealand, his family and friends once again. Just really, really sad. And we're still collecting information too. So it's hard to talk about this stuff. But once again, I think you need to reach out to your people and just be aware that, your life could change in an instant. And these things happen every single day, not just the NFL players to regular people. Anyway, we'll move forward, but just wanted to give you guys that news. If you hadn't heard it already, that's it's super unfortunate, obviously. All right, moving forward, we will talk about a couple of the trade deadline things that happened after we went off the air the other day. Most notably, for the Cowboys, Quinnen Williams, first and second rounder. And for the first rounder, the stipulation is it's either it's whichever pick is higher between the Cowboys and Packers pick. We would assume the Cowboys pick is going to be higher, but you never know. Jordan Love could get hurt, or a whole plethora of things could happen to change this. But the Cowboys give up the better of their two first rounders that they had this year, and a second rounder. In order to get Quinnen Williams and bolster that rush defense that has been getting gashed all year long. Do you guys like the move? Do you like in totality, do you like the moves after basically now we know what the Micah Parsons deal has led to? We won't know what the extra first round pick that they got, but basically they traded Micah Parsons for Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, and a first round pick. So, in totality, do we like this deal for Dallas? Are we confused? Like me, my first initial thought is, do they think they're going to win this year? They're 3-5. Like, what are they going all in at the deadline for? What are your guys' thoughts on it just overall?
I don't really understand it. I mean, it's got to play out. It has to play out. I just don't understand. I don't know if Quinnen Williams fits into their run scheme, because it seems like they want more, like, hate to say this, real fat guys just take up space.
Take up space. Yeah.
Not quick movers like Quinnen Williams is. So I don't know. Not that Quinnen Williams is skinny by any stretch of the imagination, but he's more of an athletic big man. So
he was getting called out for his effort a lot this year, and he's only got 1 sack and I think a couple QB pressures this year. So I think he's having a down year by his standards, and he's on this massive contract. But maybe that's just like, hey, I don't want to play for the Jets anymore. Maybe there's locker room stuff. I don't really know. Brooks, what's your take on this whole situation?
I'm confused. I'm a little confused, but I do think that it got to a point with Micah Parsons where they kind of didn't have a choice but to trade him. I don't think there was any reviving that relationship.
Yeah.
After whatever happened, it seemed like Micah was pretty pissed off and he turned down essentially the same thing that he got from Green Bay, I believe, that came out right after he got traded. So he was just dead set on he wasn't staying.
Yeah.
So I think this is the best case scenario with what was happening at the time, right? I mean, you get Kenny Clark back, you get the first round pick. I know they trade one of them up to the Jets to get Quinnen Williams. I don't know how long Quinnen Williams' contract is. Is this a rental for 3 years?
No, it's 3 years left on his deal, and it's
3 years.
It was a big deal when he signed it, but as far as D tackles go, I think it's pretty manageable at this point.
Yeah. So, I mean, that and then whoever they get with their first round pick, I think it's possibly a win for the Cowboys here, or an even trade in terms of they made the best of the situation that they were in. But I mean, it's their own fault for letting it get to that point. So
yeah, the longevity of having Quentin Williams, because basically the duration of this contract is the duration of his prime based on age. And
he's unrestricted. He's unrestricted at the age of 31, so it goes through his age 30 season.
Yeah, so hopefully he proves us wrong and he becomes Calais Campbell and he's still producing at 36, 37 years old. But that being said, track record says that this contract is the duration of his prime. And so the Cowboys get a D tackle for the duration of his prime. He's a good player. He seems like a good locker room guy. He did say that he was frustrated with the Jets. Who wouldn't be? He also said he was frustrated when they went 14-1 at Alabama and lost in the national championship game. So, I mean, I'd be frustrated too if I lost the national championship game. Yeah. But I think it's a win-win for both teams. And realistically, if you're the Jets, you're not going to be good for 2 years. And Quinn Williams is going to be up for a new contract come that third season when you're actually getting decent. Do you want to pay him?
Yeah. And this is another important factor here. The Jets did eat some of the salary. So the Jets do have $13 million in dead money this year and $10 million in dead money next year for this contract. So that's going to help out the Cowboys a little bit this year, obviously, and then next year. The following year, they'll be on their own with the contract, but that'll be the final year of it. And they're going to be able to finagle that into roster bonus or signing bonus, whatever, and get some of that money off their books because the NFL salary cap, as we've said several times, is fake. But it's a good point. It's a good point. They're not going to compete. If you're the Jets, you're not going to compete for the next 2 years anyway. So you're eating this money for the next 2 years anyway. It's not going to really affect you, and you're still getting the first and second rounder out of it. And what we've seen out of Dallas this year tells me that second rounder could be at the very top of the second round. It could be a pretty valuable pick. So now the Jets have two first-round picks this year and a top second-round pick, and going with their second-round pick they already have. They have 3 first-round selections next year. And it feels like Groundhog's Day because didn't we do this 4 years ago? And guess what? They picked a bunch of players and they never got a quarterback and it didn't work out. And the quarterback they did get, Sam Darnold, they ran him out of town because his first 2 years they put him behind the one of the worst head coaches I've ever seen in my life, Adam Gase. And he just completely flamed out. And now he's on his second straight. He went 14-3 last year with the Vikings, and he's in his second straight year of being the quarterback of one of the best teams in the NFC. So I mean, if you're a Jets fan, you just got to be like, all right, well, we have all these first round picks, but what the fuck are we going to do with them?
I agree. If you didn't see Delaware Dave's Dockside rants this week, he talked about this.
I just don't get it.
I don't understand, but to go back to the picks part of it, I can't remember which person said it on one of the networks. I wish I could give credit. They got a bunch of picks to redo what they did with a bunch of previous picks. They got Garrett Wilson, they got Breece Hall, they got Quinn. That draft they had where they got Sauce Gardner, they got all those picks. So now they're banking that they're going to be able to repeat that, and that's a dangerous place to be.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. Who's the best quarterback that you've ever seen play for the Jets?
That I've seen play for the Jets?
In your lifetime, who's the best quarterback that played for the Jets? Because there's 2 answers that come to mind in my head, and neither of them are very good.
Chad Pennington.
Chad Pennington was the first name that came to my mind, and the second one was Mark Sanchez, and that guy wasn't very good.
I was actually going to go back to Vinny Testaverde.
I was going to say that too.
I was going to say Brett Favre, and he was bad for them.
Yeah, he was bad for them. He was good after he left there and went to the Vikings, but
I mean, it's just my whole life. They haven't had a quarterback, and it's never going to change. You can go use those 5 first-round picks on great players. Honestly, all 5 of them could turn out to be great players, and it still won't fucking matter if Justin Fields is your quarterback. You're not going to win. I mean, what are you doing? What is your organization doing?
Well,
the other pick in that draft was Jermaine Johnson, I think, defensive end out of Florida State.
Good player, but he got hurt. Yeah,
4 studly players.
Yeah,
maybe go get some offensive linemen. First, let's start there.
They do have 2 good tackles. They do have some pieces still in place. They still have they still have two edge rushers, Johnson that I just mentioned, and Will McDonald the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
They have two young tackles left and right, and I forget their names. They're both very quirky names. And so they still have Breece Hall. So you still have, and Garrett Wilson. So you still have some building blocks there.
Yeah. Breece Hall also was pretty known that he was being shopped around at the deadline. A lot of teams offering a fourth for him. Apparently, the Jets wanted a third, and they weren't willing to part with him for less than that. No team ended up ponying up a third. I think if you're looking in terms of like who needs a running back as a contender, probably the Chiefs are the top option there. And I think there was a report that the Chiefs offered a fourth rounder. Yeah, Patriots, but that's in division. So do the Jets want to do that?
Happen.
Agreed.
I mean, it does happen though. So I mean,
well, we've seen it.
We've seen it that Joe Flacco got traded in division this year. So, but I mean, I don't know. If you trade for Breece Hall, if you're a Chiefs fan, does that really change the course of your season? I don't know, maybe. But your offensive line is the problem ultimately. I don't necessarily think it's the running backs there, but maybe it is. Who knows?
Well, I mean, it's because Pacheco's out too. So
yeah, Pacheco's
I don't know
out.
how long he's for, but
yeah.
All right, so Sauce Gardner, that's the big one.
Sauce Gardner, yeah, we talked about that. Came out while we were potting last week, so we talked about it a little bit. Now that there's been more fallout, I think there's a lot of people like, okay, Indy, what are you doing? Because your situation at quarterback is Daniel Jones, and you're basically saying, are you gonna extend him now? Like,
you have to.
I think there's a lot of questions about that. But also, we've only really seen 8 good games of Daniel Jones straight, and we've never seen, for the last 6 years of Daniel Jones being in the league, we've never seen a whole season of good Daniel Jones. In the seasons where he's been good, he either got hurt or he had a disastrous end or he had a disastrous game to finish or something like that. I don't know if that's where you want to hitch your wagon, especially now. Now you don't have your next 2 first-round picks. So if it goes south with Daniel Jones, you're kind of out of options if you're the Colts. So that's my pushback on the Colts. I will say though, Sauce Gardner, is a fucking great player. So I mean, I think he's really going to help their team right away.
Yeah, I had some meetings right after our podcast on Tuesday, and one of them was at a restaurant, and I got to talking with the bartender about it because he overheard our conversation. And seems like Indy's pretty pumped about Sauce coming. I would be pumped about Sauce coming in here, but I'm also like, hey, you guys just said fuck them picks, basically. Yeah. And you put they've pretty much said we're putting our eggs in the Daniel Jones basket. So,
and you got to pay Jonathan Taylor again next year too. Don't forget that.
He's next year?
A career year. I think it's next year, or at least he'll be a lame duck player. He'll have 1 year left on his contract.
Well,
so he's going to want to get paid again.
And yeah, I don't know who's coming up. Like, I'm sure those offensive linemen have to be coming up soon too. I feel like that's been close to 4 or 5 years now. So, and I could be wrong there, but yeah, I mean, they're going after it, man. They're going after it this year. So
they're going. You saw one team go all in. You saw one team go all out. And you're going to see.
I thought that if I'm Indy, I want to go get another edge rusher or somebody to sack the quarterback. You would think, but
yeah,
that was just
maybe they're planning on coverage shacks. I guess I don't really know. Isn't Lou Anarumo is there now? Right, the old Cincy guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. I don't really know what his defense is schematically, but he was the defensive coordinator for Cincy last year, and Trey Hendrickson led the league in sacks, and they gave up a historic amount of points, and it seems like they're on pace to break that record. So,
what was your favorite draft? Your favorite trade?
Probably, honestly, Rashid Shaheed for Seattle. Just because they gave basically nothing up. I think it was a 4th and a 6th or something like that. They give up basically nothing. They get a legit like field stretcher. Awesome player. I think he's under contract for a couple years. He can return punts. You can play him out of the backfield. He's really versatile. And I mean, the fact that they gave up basically nothing for him, I'm in on this. I love the Seahawks this year. What they've been doing so far, I think their defense is legit, and I think this just gives Sam Darnold another weapon. So I like it a lot.
That's I don't know if it was a 4th and a 5th or a 4th and a 6th, because one of the receivers went for a 4th and a 6th, and the other one went for a 4th and a 5th, and the other one was Jacoby Myers.
Yeah. So it was one of those two, but either way, it's pretty inconsequential draft picks, right? I mean, fourth and fifth rounders are good. You're trying to hit flyers anyway, right?
You're hitting flyers or you're packaging to move up.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite trade that was made. And I'm not going to lie, it might be biased, but I like what the Ravens did. I don't know much about this gentleman, but apparently he can play outside and he can go inside and play D tackle if needs be. So go up against one of these guards.
It sounds like also that they had been pursuing him for a long. Apparently, this has been like the Ravens guy that they've wanted. So they got the guy that they wanted. So that gives me a lot more. I don't know, a lot more confidence in what happened. I mean, I think we're all still a little upset that something else, at least one other thing, didn't happen. I was predicting hopefully 2 more. To feel pretty confident about the trade deadline, but because we have so many fucking 5th round picks, so many.
Yeah.
So
but we hit on them. We get Matabike and Travis Jones and those kind of guys in those picks a lot.
It's been years.
I know. I mean, Travis Jones was what 3-4 years ago.
We cut over half of our 5th round picks last year.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look, I
mean, I think we all wanted Calais back. Whether
a lot of people wanted Zeitler,
of course, yeah. So I mean, those were like the. It seemed like that was the Christmas wish list for all of Baltimore. But
this is so backdoor. I blame fucking Jacoby Brissett for the Ravens not being able to get Calais Campbell.
now they're competitive.
Now they think they can win. Fuck.
Oh man, Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. Never thought those words would come out of my mouth. We didn't get Calais Campbell because of Jacoby Brissett. Like, that makes no sense.
Speaking of Jacoby Brissett, by the way, as we put a bow on the trade stuff, the Arizona Cardinals have placed Kyler Murray on the IR after a lot of speculation that he was going to start last week. He ended up being a healthy scratch, and Jacoby Brissett started, beat the Cowboys. He's thrown for something like almost 900 yards in his 3 starts with the Cardinals this year. I mean, if this is not a shadow benching, I don't know what is. This reminds me of the JJ McCarthy stuff that happened earlier in the year.
Yeah, but I mean, I got to push back on that because JJ looked great last week.
JJ did look great last week.
So maybe he just wasn't ready.
Maybe he wasn't. And maybe that's a soft benching because, oh, shit, we're going to throw this guy back out there. He's already kind of hurt. We need to get him back in. We need to lock him back in and take these weeks to get him back to where he was. And
I don't disagree with it. I think with his foot being the issue, that takes away a lot of what he does. So it's like, why
Kyler?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, we were saying that last week. Like, if you got a 75% Kyler on a bum foot, I mean, and Brissett's slinging the rock like this, clearly Marvin Harrison is developing as a receiver more with Jacoby Brissett than he ever did with Kyler Murray. So, I mean, you got to keep the offenses humming as much as possible. I don't know.
One of 2 things is going to happen. Kyler Murray is going to come back and take over the starting role and be there for next year, or they're going to do the Russell Wilson that Denver did and just dump him. He's owed about $39 to $41 million next year. He's on the roster unless they want to go ahead and take that massive cap hit and do the Denver. I know that sounds weird to say, but do the Denver.
Yeah, but is it as bad as Denver's? Because he's longer into that contract than you would think, right?
I do respect Denver for cutting their losses and not trying to figure it out with.
Admit when you made a mistake.
Yeah, you're right. So there would be a shit ton of dead money if they got out of it next year. But the year after that, they're good. So next year, there's $58 million in dead money. After that, in the 2027 deal, or 2027 year, which is the last year of his actual contract, there would only be a $7 million cap hit for them to cut him. And, I would imagine they would try to trade him and not cut him because, I mean, we can talk as much shit about Kyler Murray as we want to, but at the end of the day, there's probably like 10 or 15 teams in the league that he would make better immediately. And not good, but better. So, he would make the Jets better. That's 100% sure. He'd make the freaking Vegas Raiders better. I love Geno, but he is bad now. He's
good.
It looked better last week.
So there is a club option for 2028 that could pay Kyler Murray $4 million. I do not think that the Cardinals would be picking up that club option, but who knows?
There's a better chance of LeBron going to the Knicks after that video that I told you about.
Their out would be 2027. It would be after next season, unless they came to some sort of agreement on a trade. I don't know if they're going to be doing that because I think the head coach's job probably depends on Kyler Murray being decent at football or at least turning the team around without him. I don't really know how realistic that is.
Did you see what the coach said?
He sounded like this. He sounded really good, and
he basically came out and said like he's not ready to play. Like he's not healthy enough to play, even though he thinks like he's going to try to come back and do it. He was like, we're just going to let him get healthy. There's no reason. So
that sounds like exactly what I would say if I was benching a guy.
So the IR makes me think it is a little bit more of a soft benching, but it's also one of those things where if the guy behind him is actually playing pretty well, give him a few more weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not?
But because the IR doesn't. The IR seems odd. It shouldn't be that long.
I thought about this when I saw that they put him on there as the coach. If you're like, it's almost a win-win situation for the coach, right? Because the backup's playing so good. If the backup continues to play good, you look like a genius. And if the backup starts playing bad, then oh shit. Well, we have Kyler Murray. We'll just go back to him.
Not when he's on the IR though.
I know that's what I'm saying though, but like after 4 weeks, if we see say he's good for 2 more weeks and then in the 3rd week he's bad, then they're like, oh, all right, well he only has to play 1 more week and then Kyler's coming back and then the coach doesn't get any of the blame.
Fair.
So I think this is kind of a win-win for Gannon. I mean I don't know who they're playing this week, but it seems like they're poised to make a little bit of a comeback.
They have a tough schedule coming up. I think they play a couple of the NFC West opponents.
Yeah.
And then they played someone else that's pretty damn decent.
So, and we've been talking a little bit of shit about them, and they've blown a couple of leads, and this is part of the reason that their record is the way that it is. But I mean, they were 2-5 going into this week. They're 3-5 now. All 5 games that they lost by 1 score.
Yeah.
13.
So
13
I mean,
points.
they had a chance to win all those games, and the Titans game was a complete fluke because DeMarcado carries that ball over the goal line, the game's over. Mm-hmm. And then there's things can happen here and there. They had some 4th quarter collapses. So I don't know. Maybe this team is closer to the team that I thought they were coming into the season, and further away from that 2-5 team that we thought they were. But I don't know. I think Brissett, for sure, right now at this point, Brissett makes the ceiling as high, the highest right now. Mm-hmm. And once again, you're developing Marvin Harrison Jr. You're developing this young offense. I mean,
haven't heard much about him dropping balls as much this year.
No, he dropped 1 the other day, but he had a career high, like Brian said, in catches at 7.
Which is dumb.
I mean, this is like
number 3 overall pick.
This was like the generational receiver of the decade. Like,
I think he had he had a really bad week 1 or 2, and that
Maybe.
Everybody he dropped 2 or 3, and everyone was like, "Here we fucking go!" Is this guy? And then ever since then, it seems like he's been playing really well.
So, the Cardinals are notoriously cheap too. They're like the NFC version of the Bengals. If I remember correctly, they are still paying Steve Keim, their former GM. Mm-hmm. They're still paying Cliff Kingsbury, their former coach. Do you want to let go of a $40 million quarterback and also maybe fire your current coach? That's a lot of money. Now, I know only one of those contracts goes against cap. But as an owner, you're like, all right, where's all my profit going? Where's all the profit I made for this season? I'm paying a bunch of people who don't work here anymore.
Yeah.
All in all, an active trade deadline.
Yeah, definitely an active trade deadline, and definitely you don't in the middle of the season. I mean, the couple first round picks that we saw get traded, you don't normally see that in the middle of the season. Usually, it's the fringe moves like the Ravens made or the Eagles made. It's 3rd rounders, it's 4th rounders, 5th rounders. We did see a couple pretty blockbuster trades at this trade deadline, both from the Jets. But yeah, I mean that's people always say, or I saw some people on Twitter saying they way overhyped this NFL deadline. It's just like. Not really. The NFL deadline is never like the baseball deadline. It's never as active. I would say this year we've got a lot more of that. Most of the times you see first round picks getting traded, it's in the offseason. It's not during the season. So these teams are really trying to make a run at it this year, and I like it. I like teams being aggressive. I think it's more fun for the league to shake things up. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Anyway, I was happy with the deadline. I think we got a lot of stories out of it and a lot of stuff that I'm interested to see. I will say this: Cowboys are getting a lot of flack for giving up a lot of stuff, but I mean, Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark up the middle sounds like a fucking nightmare to me. So maybe let's turn it around. I don't know.
I mean, they need help. They need help. I mean, the NFC East defense, besides the Eagles, sucks.
And even the Eagles, when Jalen Carter's not out there, that defense is bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with them, but
yeah. I mean,
I'm interested. I thought this deadline was great. As opposed to many of the deadlines I've seen in years past. So,
yeah. All right, let's do a quick MLB, and then we'll get into our Week 10 picks.
Yeah.
Far away. And already, I text Joe Radke what pick he's making for me, so he knows, and I'll announce it when we get to it.
All right.
Yeah. Calling it in from real Joe Radke. Yeah, we can do that at the end of the show.
Yeah.
We'll do some call-ins.
Hell yeah.
So the Orioles had a flurry of moves, not a ton to like really talk about. These seem like
fringe moves,
some
fringe roster fillers.
Yeah, roster fillers to see if they work out. I know the one guy they signed last night was $2 million. So we'll see. A lot of upside on some of these guys from what I saw in terms of, obviously I'm looking at metrics and don't know a ton about a lot of them. So it's a we'll see for me. On top of that, Craig Albernaz had his press conference while we were had the show on Tuesday. I went back and watched some more of that. Seems like awesome dude. I think it speaks a ton of people have said this on Twitter. It speaks volumes that Stephen Vogt was in Baltimore for that press conference.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Both ways. I think that speaks highly of Stephen Vogt. That speaks highly of Craig as well. So,
Stephen Vogt, baseball guy. Fucking love that guy.
Yeah. So, so that was all good. And one thing that just popped up on my timeline that I didn't see, just some club options that were declined. I know we said some of them on Tuesday, but another one, a previous Oriole, was a 2026 mutual option on outfielder Austin Hayes was declined. So would the Orioles welcome a reunion there? I doubt it, but
I doubt it. I think he wants to go out west.
He was one of the guys back in the day that he was saying basically he wanted to play. He would play for us for free. And then we traded him to the Phillies and he seemed like he wanted to burn Baltimore down. So I don't really know. I don't really know what to expect out of him.
He was pretty pissed before that because he got hurt. And who was it that took over for him that stole his job? I'm blanking on who it was.
I don't know.
Regardless, he got hurt. I mean, he got Wally pipped is basically what happened.
It could have been Cowser.
Yeah, I think it was.
It might have been
I think
Cowser,
you're right.
yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Cowser started that year hot. We remember that Boston series and everything like that, and that just kind of took off from there. Obviously, he's had his ups and downs and everything like that, but he basically cemented that he was no longer going to be with the Orioles anymore after he got injured, and that all happened. So
yeah. Other news, Jorge Mateo, the option's not been picked up on him. He is going to hit free agency. I think there's a chance he could be back and be a bench guy for us, but at the very most, he's going to be a bench guy. And a lot of people on Twitter were talking about, like, why would you get rid of him? He's the ultimate utility defender. He can steal. And then I saw one person just comment back a video of Jeremiah Jackson hitting a home run. That's our utility man now. I love that. The Leody Taveras thing. He's a switch hitter, outfielder, can play a lot of places. Kind of a disappointing career to this date based on his hype when he was coming up. But we have a history of getting those guys and turning them around. Jorge Mateo being one of those guys, former top overall prospect who kind of flamed out with the Athletics and the Padres, and we scooped him up and turned him into a decent player for a little bit of time. And he was a big part of our team during our rebuild. So we have a history of maybe turning these guys around. So I like that. And then Andrew Kittredge is back. We traded cash considerations for him. We'll see you later, cash considerations. Thank you very much for your time in Baltimore. Yeah.
All right. Say what you want. Like if you hate Mike Elias, that was a masterclass with that whole situation.
We traded him for prospects and then traded back for him at the end of the year for fucking money.
We're like, hey, we'll take him back, and we got obviously he's got the option this year, the club option we're obviously picking up because we got him back. We traded him back.
Yeah.
So we basically said, here, Chicago, enjoy him for the playoffs. Bring him back at the end.
Yeah.
And they were using him a decent amount.
Dude, he had a lot of good stops. I mean, he pitched well.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
He was hurt at the beginning. He was hurt at the beginning of last year too. So he was getting healthy before we traded him. So even if he
was hurt the first half, basically.
Even if he was having hiccups when he was coming back, I mean, he's rehabbing from an injury. You can't really put that on him. Another news:
dislocated knee.
Outside of the Orioles stuff, and we'll come back to the Orioles if we need to. But Braves are exercising their option to keep Chris Sale for $18 million going into, I believe, his age 38 season. But he's been unbelievable for them. Won the Cy Young in his first season with them, and then last year,
7.5, maybe 7.4,
put up like a 2.7 ERA. I mean, he's been really, really good with them. He was hurt at the beginning of last year, but he was really, really good. He's 36, turning 37 by the season, I believe. So, older guy, but I'm a guy that's fucking awesome.
Shane Bieber said, fuck it, Toronto, I'm taking your money.
Bieber's staying with them for $16 million, and I don't blame him because he's, former Cy Young Award winner, but coming off the injury and didn't really have a stellar year, but kind of pitched pretty well in the playoffs, found himself a little bit. I like it for both sides.
I would have liked him. I would have liked
I wouldn't have hated him either. Tigers, Jack Flaherty is staying put. He's going to make $20 million. He's staying on that option this year as well. Yeah. And then Trevor Story is going to stay with the Red Sox this year. He is opting into his deal as well. Those are the biggest names. Johnny Lasagna, who is what I call him, Jonathan Loizaga, who was one of the big bullpen pieces for New York in their World Series run a couple years ago, was hurt last year, but he has been declined. He's a free agent. They did pick up their option on Tim Hill, who's the crafty lefty guy that they have, who actually I really like. I love crafty relievers that do one thing well.
John Heyman, who's known for getting things right.
Arson judge to the Giants, namely.
Padres hired Craig Stammen as manager in a surprise twist, and everybody underneath is saying, "Who?"
Craig Stammen. He was a reliever for the. I don't think he played for the Orioles, but he was a bad reliever. Craig Stammen. Maybe he wasn't that bad. I consider him bad in my head, but maybe he wasn't that bad. 3.66 career. Not a bad receiver, not a bad reliever. Pretty good. Washington and San Diego. Those are the only two teams he played for.
So what's I mean that cancels off another place that we thought Flaherty might go. So interesting. That was interesting because I could see Flaherty there.
He'll probably be back there, right? I think the players probably love him. He's probably going to be back there.
He's 41 years old, longtime reliever for the Padres and Nationals, and has been a special assistant to San Diego GM AJ Preller. In a season of shocking managerial hires, this one tops the list, Jeff Passan, the jet plane, says.
Yeah. While we're on this like free agency talk and stuff like this, there was an interesting article on ESPN this morning that came out from sorry, I want to get the author correct, Kylie McDaniel. And it's just basically the top free agents, the top 50 free agents, and their where he expects them to land, and where he expects them to land money wise and team wise. And I just wanted to bring that up so we can go through the top couple here and just talk them out just a little bit. But I'm having trouble sharing my screen. It's not like I've done this 600 fucking times. All right, here we go. So the top one here, quite obviously, is Kyle Tucker. 11 years, 418 is the projected contract here. That's about as much money as Mike Trout got paid on his long-term extension a few years ago, but we know the money has skyrocketed since then. 38 million average annual value. He got hurt in the middle of the middle of last year, but he got off to one of the most torrid starts of anybody in the league last year. So they think I wonder what his projection is for where they go. But I don't actually. Maybe that's not the point of it. Maybe it's just the contract itself. Because picking the team is just random, right? Who's going to go after who? Framber Valdez, the next guy, left-handed starting pitcher for the Astros, probably going to get a huge deal. This 6 years, 168 is pretty similar to what we saw Corbin Burns get last year. I don't think he's quite the caliber pitcher of Corbin Burns, but he's been really consistent in left-handed starters. You just don't find them in free agency all that often, especially guys that you can put at the top of your rotation. And then Cody Bellinger, that's going to be super dependent on Kyle Tucker's contract, where he ends up. I'm sure Kyle Tucker's going to be number one option for a lot of teams, and then Bellinger will probably fall a little bit after that. And then Bregman.
Years?
Yeah, 6 years, 165 is the projection. He's only going to be 30 on opening day. This is a guy who won the MVP of the league 7 years ago.
Never signs long-term deals, I feel like.
The guy at number 5. The guy at number 5 is the one that intrigues me the most.
Okay, so Bregman, number 4. We'll see if he signs one of those, $40 million a year opt-out deals again, or if he looks to go for a longer-term thing. The Tigers really wanted him last year. I would love him in Baltimore, but I don't know necessarily if he fits on the team. Tatsuya Imai is your guy. Starting pitcher from Japan, 27 years old, 6 years, 135 million is the
what do you know about Tatsuya?
I don't know.
I was listening to MLB Network, and they were talking about how good of a pitcher is and how accurate he is. Very low on walks, which I know we take big here in Baltimore during the Buck Showalter years and even into the Brandon Hyde years.
So it sounds like the same pitcher as what we just had.
Tomoyuki Sugano?
A lot younger.
Sugano's 35, and he's going to be 27 on opening day, so a little bit different. But yeah, he's 5'11", throws from a lower slot. 93 to 97 4-seam, hit 99 at 5'11". Good for that guy. He's got fucking electric arm. Dylan Cease down here at number 6, and I think if you made this list a couple of years ago, you probably would have expected to see Dylan Cease a little bit higher on this list because he was like the talk of the town. He's cooled off a little bit, but I still think he's a very viable top of the rotation kind of starter. I don't know if he should be your number one. I don't think he's your number one if you're winning, but I mean, I think he could certainly be one of the guys getting the ball in some playoff series for sure. Bo Bichette's on here. I think he's going to go back to Toronto. I don't even really think we need to speculate on that, but I guess I could be wrong, but I would be shocked if he left Toronto. And Kyle Schwarber, way down the list, hit 50 freaking home runs last year. Hits 50 freaking home runs every year. Eighth on the list here. I think that's a little too low. I would have put Schwarber up towards the top. I would love the Orioles to go get Kyle Schwarber and just put him at DH for the next 4 years. Fuck yeah.
And just to bring this up again, just because I think a lot of people forgot, I think the Orioles players love him because when they played Philly, there was a report that came out that there was a ton of our whole team's young, but there was a ton of guys out there picking his brain about hitting while they were taking BP. So I would love it. I think he'd be a great leader too. So
yeah. We'll just once again go through the top guys. Pete Alonso, another guy I think is criminally underrated here. I know he's a first baseman, but he hits fucking 30 to 40 home runs a year, no matter what. Like, no matter what, he's going to hit 30 to 40 home runs a year. Do you want to slot that guy in your lineup? Because I do.
I do too, but I think there's just a crowd right now. There's a crowd with DH and first baseman in our whole everything. So
whatever team ends up with him, I think it will be a good deal. It's 4 years, 110 million. I think that's a fucking great deal. I think that's
a steal.
That's pretty close to what Christian Walker got a couple years ago or last year from the Astros. And I love Christian Walker, former Oriole great, South Carolina Gamecock, but Big Meat Pete's a better player.
People forget I believe he beat Bryce Harper in the high school home run derby at Tropicana.
Yeah, shit. And then this guy, Munetaka Murakami, who had a lot more hype a couple years ago, has cooled off since, but hit 56 home runs as a 22-year-old in Japan. Smokes the ball. He's like a first, third baseman kind of type. You think of him as like a Vlad Guerrero, but he's a left-handed hitter.
Okay, what did he do last year? That was 3 years ago.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why the AAV has gone down. I think he's slowed down as his last few years, but definitely just a guy who has a ton of pop.
I think number 15 will peak Brooks is interesting.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go through this a little quicker now. We don't have to go through all 50, obviously, but we'll go through a couple more. Ranger Suarez, great pitcher. Would love him in Baltimore, left-hander. Has a lot of postseason history. Trent Grisham, not older. It's 29, actually younger than I would have expected Trent Grisham was. But had a breakout season for the Yankees last year and 34 homers with that short porch and right. I feel like that number could regress. I don't necessarily know if I love that fit. Zach Gallen, another guy we thought was going to be at the top of the list last year, but had a bad year. Was really, really good for his first few seasons with the Diamondbacks, but bad last year. Don't hate it as a project, but if it's $76 million and that's the big signing, I don't love it. Edwin Diaz. What can you say about the Trumpets? Just electric.
I mean, we're in the market for a closer unless they have somebody picked out to be the closer in our farm system or something, or hoping for developing one of those guys. But
yeah,
we're in the market for a closer.
Yeah. 15 million average annual value is a lot. That's usually what we spend on our starting pitchers. So we'll see. And then this guy, honestly, way too far down the list, in my opinion, too. I think he's really good. I think Michael King is awesome. I think he could be a top end of the rotation starter. And I think this would be incredible value. 3 years, $57 million. I would pay him upwards of $23, $24 million a year if it gets him in the door. Overpay him a little bit. I would love to see Michael King as an Oriole. And Brian, you did say number 15 will be interesting. Gleyber Day, Josh Naylor, Eugenio, Devin Williams. Could he be a project? Shota Imanaga way down here. See, this is crazy.
That's criminal.
This guy is fucking awesome.
What is the list? What is they're saying the best free agents?
It's
the ranking
top,
of the best.
It's the top money. It's the most money by projected contract.
Okay.
And so this is take everything you see here with a grain of salt. This list is going to be completely different when these guys sign. But this guy's good. And I know he struggled towards the end of last year. I don't really care. I think he's a good player, and I would love him. I would love to have him. And
didn't he get hurt last year?
I just know he had a really bad end to the season. And what I don't like about him is his strikeout rate went down and his home run rate went up. And that's especially that's concerning because near the end of the year in Chicago, you start getting those colder games with the wind blowing in. So if people are hitting bombs off of him already, what the hell's Canham Yards going to do to him? But I still like him. I just said negative things, but I'd still take him in a heartbeat.
Who tore their UCL last? Who got Tommy John for them last year?
Steele, their best guy.
Steele. Yeah. All right, I'm messing up.
No. Is that his name? Yeah. Also, speaking of UCLs, we didn't mention this the other day because it happened right after the show. Yu Darvish out for the year. Had elbow surgery. He announced to put a harness on his UCL, the inner part of the elbow here. He's going to be out for the whole year next year. He was kind of in and out of the Padres rotation last year with injuries anyway. He's been in the league for a really long time. It seems like he was the ace of that Texas team we took down in the wild card. It was Joe Saunders versus Yu Darvish. Remember that in 2012, maybe? Wow. God, that was so
That's incredible.
And I guess we do have to announce this too. All of the Orioles hitting coaches are officially gone now. Yesterday it was announced by Tigers PR. Last I heard that they were approaching a deal. I didn't know it had gotten done, but I just see here this happened 20 hours ago. That they're naming Cody Ashley the Major League hitting assistant. And they're also bringing over Anthony Sanders as the first base coach.
Okay.
So it's going to be a complete clubhouse rebuild. Just about the only thing we haven't heard from is Mabry and Buck Britton. Basically, I think that's all that's left that haven't gone anywhere. Which I'm good with. I hope we don't hear anything. I hope they're staying.
Yeah. I'm okay with this. It seemed like we needed an overhaul after the vibes of last year, just being.
I guess our pitching coach as well. So sorry.
Yeah.
But I like the attitude of Albernaz. We talked about it a little bit, but
I just like his attitude. I think he seems like he has a good grasp of what the problems were with the team last year, and he has an idea of how to fix them, and he has a plan in place. So I like what he said, and I guess I didn't comment on this earlier, so I just wanted to get that out. But I'm okay with having a completely new staff. I thought at times last year we looked a little stagnant, and we said it on the podcast several times. So it's not new news to you guys. Anyway, guys, we're an hour and 20 in.
Football time.
Totally
Football
fine.
picks.
We got to make our picks for this week, and then we got to do some call-ins.
Kevin O'Connell just commented that the Ravens defense I arguably think that they have the best combination of corners in the NFL. You know what that tells me?
Underperforming? Bad coordinator? I don't know. What's it tell you?
Usually when you're getting compliments a lot, he doesn't really respect you that much, probably. Usually you keep your mouth shut.
Okay, so you're going the other way with that. I like that. All right, yeah, we have Terps Georgetown on Friday night. That's going to be super fun. You see old school rivalry. Georgetown, not the basketball powerhouse they used to be. Patrick Ewing did his best to make sure that they were not going to be competitive for quite a long time. But he's gone now, so maybe they'll have a decent basketball team. But it's just whenever I see Maryland Georgetown, I get pretty nostalgic because when I was a kid, that was a game I look forward to.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
Is it in Georgetown or in Maryland, or is it one of those like tournaments in season?
It's at Maryland as far as I can see.
Sometimes
it's at the Xfinity Center. It's at Maryland. $35 lowest ticket.
Sometimes I play at the Wizards and Caps Arena.
The MCI Center.
Yeah.
There's a reference. Holy shit.
Throwback.
All right. We're going to get into the NFL Week 10 lines here. We have a Thursday game, as always. We have a Berlin game. We have a Berlin game this week, which is fun. I think we have 2 more overseas weeks, and then we're done with that.
This is a Berlin game?
Is it on Amazon Prime? Is it on NFL Network? Or is it
both? Amazon Prime is the tonight's game, the Thursday night game, like it usually is. I think the
NFL Network is
the Berlin games are usually on NFL Network, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the overseas games.
Yeah, because what's his name does it?
Rich Eisen.
Rich Eisen.
Yeah. Okay, first game of the week is the Thursday night game, and I have updated these lines as of 1 hour ago. If they've changed in the last hour, sucks to suck. I'm sorry, I'm not updating them all again. The line is Raiders at Broncos. The Broncos are 9.5 point favorites against the Raiders tonight in Mile High. Brian, let's go to you first, and then Brooks, and then I'll pick.
I will take the home team on this one.
Taking the Broncos minus the 9.5. He is not worried about Geno Smith and his forehead.
That is not a good quarterback versus a very tough secondary.
What do we think about Brock Bowers putting up 50 fantasy points every week for the rest of the year?
3 touchdowns and 130 some yards. Holy hell. With that, I'm going to say Vegas covers.
Okay. Brooks is on Vegas 2 weeks in a row, and they covered for him last week.
It's a division game. And the Broncos have been playing. What's that?
And it's Thursday night. Division games on Thursday night are always close.
And the Broncos have been close the last. I mean, I feel like a lot this year. They've been in some close games. So with teams they shouldn't be.
Brooks is on Vegas. Brian is on Denver. I'm going to ride with Brian here. I like Denver at home specifically because of the Mile High effect. I think they have an actual home field advantage. But this could be a Jekyll and Hyde. This could be a Jekyll and Hyde Bo Nix game, and I could see myself flip-flopping on this and betting Vegas by the end of the night. But I'm going to take Denver right now. Berlin game, Falcons and the Colts. A game that I think would be really fun if it was being played in Atlanta. Not so much fun if it was being played in Indianapolis. And I have no idea if it's going to be fun in Berlin. It seems like the games in Berlin are never fun. It seems like the crowd really doesn't really know who to root for in a lot of the situations. It's just a hard football game to watch and get into for me.
They just sing Country Roads the entire time. That is so random.
Yeah.
It's so random. They sing Country Roads over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But John Denver in Berlin.
I feel like they're bigger fans than like England games are. Apparently a ton of those England games are apparently a ton of those England games are a bunch of people from Germany coming over to watch the games.
Oh, okay. Well, look, shit. German football is a big thing. We should get our football Bundesliga going. Indy is -6.5. They're coming off a loss. Falcons are coming off a devastating loss to the Pats where they missed an extra point that would have tied it up and given them a chance in the game. What to do with this? The Colts are better. Give me the Colts.
Are they better? Do we know who the Colts are yet?
I don't know who the Falcons are ever.
Me neither. But
I hate this game.
I wouldn't leave your house. I wouldn't leave your home.
This is if you bet on this game, you need to go somewhere and be studied by science. These two teams have no business being bet on or against every week. And this particular game, the early slate game that's either in London and Berlin, you should never bet on. So just don't bet on this game. If you have money, keep it. Put it on something else. Put it on Jags Texans. I don't care. But don't put it on Falcons Colts.
You mean you've never bet on anything ridiculous?
Oh, I bet on so many ridiculous things. I bet on fucking ping pong and fucking Guadalajara.
I'm gonna go with Indy just because they've been taking care of pretty much every team that's under 500 this year. So I'll just ride that trend.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor gets his mojo back, right?
Yeah, my big Guadalajara and highlight guy that I talk to all the time.
Wasn't Atlanta's defense good for a while?
Was.
But
yeah. My Guadalajaran insider said, take the Falcons.
Oh, okay. This is quietly, not even really quietly, matchup of two of the best running backs in the league. So those are the two guys you should watch if you're watching this game. Yeah. Two of the most fun running backs in the league for sure.
If not the best two. I mean, I think it might be the best two.
Yeah. And yeah, you can make arguments for or against, but yeah, I think you're up there. McCaffrey, Barkley, and Gibbs are probably the only other guys that have claims. Maybe Henry, but
by the way, we got to talk about Jahmyr Gibbs and pass protection. Holy shit,
he's awesome. I fucking love that guy.
I love him as a running back. I don't like him in pass protection. He gets fucking bulldozed.
Well, that's why Montgomery plays a lot.
Yeah. He gets trucked.
Yeah, Montgomery's been seeing less and less though.
Yeah, but when he gets the ball, he trucks other people. So
but Gibbs is more the receiving threat, so he's in on those pass plays, so he has to be able to pass protect, right? So it's a double-edged sword. Yeah. Anyway, we're steering away from the next game.
No, it's okay. The next game sucks anyway. It's Saints Panthers. It's Panthers -5.5 at home. Panthers have a chance to go 6-4. And if you would have told me that a couple weeks ago, I would have told you were fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Give me the over/under in this game is 39.5.
Give me the Saints. That's terrible.
He says take the Saints. I'm with you, Brian. I'm taking the Saints too. I don't think the Carolina Panthers can go 2 games above 500. I just don't. I don't believe it. Brooks?
Carolina.
Yeah.
They're better. New Orleans
team.
just traded away Shaheed. They didn't gain anybody. I mean, obviously Carolina
they
didn't
traded
do
away
anything.
their left tackle too.
Yeah.
For a 6th rounder.
So yeah, all signs are pointing to they're pulling the rug on this season. So
yeah.
And who's starting for New Orleans? I don't even know who's starting this week.
Shuck. He's the guy. Unless he gets hurt, they said he's going to be the guy.
For sure.
Which I think is stupid because I think Rattler's better.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they just want a higher pick. Who knows? Another really awesome game. The Martellus Bennett Bowl. Giants at Bears. Is this one. Giants at Bears. Chicago is favored by 4.5 at Soldier Field over the New York Football Giants. What is your thought on this game? Brooks, let's go to you first.
What is my thought? I don't think I have one.
I don't want to watch it. That's my thought.
I don't want to watch it either.
I really want to take the Giants here.
So you're going Bears.
I'm going to go Bears, I think. I mean, you just never know what you're going to get with the Bears. And the Giants have injuries, obviously. So, Yeah, give me the Bears, I guess.
Bears.
Oh shit! I'm riding by myself here. Give me the Giants. I think Brian Burns could have 4 sacks in this game.
I like this. There's no team rides so far. We had like what 5 team rides, 6 team rides last week.
How did we do last week?
Yeah, how
we were 4-2 in team rides last week.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
We're hot
good.
this year.
We've been pretty good. We're 22-17 overall in team rides. 5 games above 500.
That's good.
Oh, by the way, guys, if you don't know, we picked all these games against the spread all year. We did skip a couple weeks.
1 week. Yeah.
No, 2 weeks actually, because we didn't count the week that Brooks didn't pick. We're still, I'm not really 100% sure, but really that helps you and not me. Brooks is destroying us. Brooks is 64-41. He's 23 games above 500.
That's amazing.
I mean, if he was gambling $500 on all these games, he'd be a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
Wow. Brian is 53-52, which is a great record. He's 1 game above 500. I am 47-58. I am slacking. And the same thing, by the way, happened last year. I was definitely the worst by a mile. I can't remember who was the better of you two, but I think it was pretty close. Brooks. So we're in the same boat as we are last year. Brooks is just better.
Brian and I were pretty close all year, and I think I edged him out by a couple.
Yeah, Brooks is just better at this than we are. I did win the home run draft though, so I got baseball.
Yeah, you did. You got that one. So I'm batting 0 right now. So let's see if I can catch Brooksy.
Here's actually a really interesting game. Jags at Texans, and well, I said this is an interesting game. It's not, because CJ Stroud has been ruled out for this game. Davis Mills will be starting. The Texans should have beat the Broncos last week. CJ Stroud went down in the first quarter, and they still almost won the game. I think the Texans 100% were in line to win that game. It seemed like they were going to turn their season around. It was just terrible, terrible timing for the concussion for Stroud. I don't think that they can beat very many teams without CJ Stroud. But I think Jacksonville might be one of them. Give me Texans.
Jags.
I'm going, and not because I want to try to catch up to Brooks. I actually like what you said there, Dusty. I'm going Texans. I like the defense.
Yeah, I like the defense for Houston. I think it's top 5 in the league, and I think that Trevor Lawrence gets exposed against really good defenses. So, Bills at Dolphins. This was a Thursday night game, maybe like 4 or 5 weeks ago. It was whenever I was in Lake Anna on that bachelor party. It was probably a month ago, I guess, a couple months ago, maybe. At this point. And the Dolphins hung with them. The Dolphins were pretty competitive in that game. I don't know if they're going to be competitive in this game. They did trade away Jalen Phillips. Tua is just so bad. Give me the Bills -9.5. I don't love it, but I'm taking it.
Yeah, ordinarily I'd say Miami figured out a way to cover this, but I don't think this is anything's going to go right for them this year at this point. Give me Buffalo.
Brian?
Give me the Dolphins.
Okay, no team rides.
I like H-N. I can never say his name. H-N.
That's the worry, right? H-N. If you're betting on the Bills,
he can run up the middle because they don't have Ed Oliver anymore. That's where my mind just went. So I'm gonna go with that. And the point, the Bills win, but I think they covered.
Take the Bills to cover, and then also just take every H-N prop over, and then you're hedged out. You're good. You could win them both.
Yeah.
Purple parlay is not going to be happening this week because they're playing each other. Ravens at Vikings is the next game, and the Ravens are 4.5-point favorites. And when this line opened last week, I believe the Ravens were 6.5-point favorites. But after JJ McCarthy. It's 3.5 was open this week, but last week it was 6.5 before JJ McCarthy came back and played well because we expected the Vikings were going to be a really bad team, and they came out last week and looked like not so bad of a team. So yeah, the early part of the week it was 3.5. Now it's up to Ravens are -4.5. Brooks, let's do you and then Brian and me.
I'm pulling up the Ravens injury report real quick, just to make sure we're not missing anything.
As healthy as we've been.
I'm actually going to make a drink while we do this. I will take the Ravens, just because I'll take Lamar over JJ McCarthy. He's basically a rookie quarterback, so I'm taking Lamar.
There's also a history of this. Brian Flores being the former coach of the Dolphins and just completely making Lamar Jackson, giving Lamar Jackson fits on that one Thursday night game a couple of years ago is probably rearing itself in a lot of people's heads. But I mean, give me Baltimore. I'm not betting against Baltimore. I've taken them in every game this year, and I know I'm probably down because of it, but give me Baltimore. I mean, we're not losing to fucking Minnesota, are we?
No, I don't think so. I really don't. I know they looked good last week against Detroit, which worried me a little bit watching that game. But Detroit was coming off a bye, and they just looked like they just hadn't gotten things rolling yet. They looked like they were stuck in the mud. But I honestly, I just don't. I think the Ravens are pissed off. So, and I said it last week. I think they're just going to keep rolling. Give me the Ravens.
Yeah. Brian, I'm not sure what he's doing, but we'll get his take when we.
He said Ravens.
This game. He said Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the first team ride of the week. Team ride on the Ravens. Brian, you're in on the Ravens. Sorry, he's putting his headphones. Brian, you're in on the Ravens, correct?
Yeah, that makes me nervous. The first team rides the Ravens. By the way, I can still hear you guys through my headphones, even when I'm over here making a drink.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay. The actual worst game of maybe the decade. Oh my God. Who's the coach that coached for both of these teams?
What's the game?
Browns at Jets.
Eric Mangini.
Eric Mangini is the exact guy I was thinking of. Thank you. Also, Bill Belichick, although he never coached the game for the Jets, coached for both of these teams.
Yeah, he was there for one day.
He was that coach of that team twice and never coached a game. Cleveland is -1.5 in New York against the Jets, who had just traded away their two best players on defense by a country mile. Probably their two best players on their whole team by a country mile. Justin Fields is playing. The Browns have a legitimate defense. This line, however, is scary. I know the Browns aren't to be trusted, but I feel like this should be Browns by 4 or 5. And so because of that, I'm going to take the Jets, and I hate it. If you have the Browns defense in fantasy, this feels like, I mean, you couldn't be happier.
I picked up the Browns in just about every league this week.
I'm taking the Jets because of the line. I think the line's too low, but I know it's the Browns, so maybe I'm overthinking it. Who knows?
Browns.
Team ride it.
No, we're not team riding it because I'm taking the Jets.
Oh, my bad.
Give me the Jets. Here's when we get into some actually really good games. There's a lot of really good games this week. We just haven't talked about any of them yet. Minnesota and Baltimore is a pretty decent.
That's a good game.
This is a good game. Buccaneers coming off a bye, hosting the Patriots. Are the Patriots real? Let's find out. Let's put them up against an actual contender and see how they fare. The Patriots are in Tampa, and this game is Tampa -2.5, which is exactly what I expected it to be. This is what used to be Tampa -3, no matter what, but it's 2.5 now. Because home field advantage is not 3 anymore. It's 2.5. The over-under is 48.5. Kayshon Boutte, who's been really, really good for the Patriots quietly this year, is not going to play in this game. He got hurt. So the Patriots receiving core is a little bit banged up. And this is a receiving core that doesn't have a lot of depth. You're going to see a lot of Mac Hollins. You're going to see a lot of Pop Douglas. You're going to see some Stephon Diggs, but he doesn't play basically half the snaps.
So he seems like he's still recovering.
I don't really know. I really, really want to pick this game after I know if Bucky Irving is playing or not. We don't know if he's playing at this point. He did not practice. Neither did Chris Godwin. But Ibuka is healthy.
I got the injury report pulled up for both teams right here.
Okay.
Godwin did not practice Wednesday. Here's the Here's the DNPs for Tampa. Godwin, Irving, Hassan Reddick, Marquise Watts. Limited was Gadecki, who's their tackle, and then full participants were Levante David, Luke Haggard, Baker Mayfield, and two other guys I don't know that much. The New England Patriots, a lot of DMPs, Boutte, obviously, Bradbury, Ellis, Joshua Farmer, he's a D lineman. Ramondre Stevenson did not practice.
He was out last week with a toe. It could be Travion Henderson's show again.
Yeah, full participants: Christian Gonzalez and Marte Mapu. So there's that.
I'm gonna take the Bucks tentatively here. I think this Patriots season is a little bit smoke and mirrors. They're good. I think they're good. They're better than I expected them to be. They're almost like Washington last year, where they're a year early than I expected them to be. Almost maybe kind of fade them next year already in my head. But I think the Bucks are legit. And as long as Baker's healthy, I think they're going to be good. I really want Bucky to play. If Bucky plays, I'm smashing the Bucks. If he doesn't, I like the Bucks a little bit. I'm going to take Tampa here.
This is the Joe Radke game, and he sent me his pick. He is taking New England.
Okay. All right.
Bless you.
All right. I think I'm riding Tampa as well, no matter what.
Oh, man. You got a bunch there, Dusty. Wow.
Yeah, when I sneeze, it goes in a lot of them at the same time. You're taking Tampa, Brooks?
Yes.
All right. We got 2 for Tampa, 1 for New England. The Rob Gronkowski Bowl, not the Tom Brady Bowl. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Nice.
No, I love Tom. I hated him for most of my life, but I like him now.
Not now.
All right, next game. Cardinals Seahawks. Jacoby Brissett.
Fishy line.
Jacoby Brissett
Fishy lime.
going to Seattle, and the line is 6.5 in favor of Seattle. I think it's 6.5. You guys say it's fishy. I think it's 6.5 because of divisional matchup, right? And you just don't want to make a divisional matchup 8 or 9.5. But it does kind of seem like Seattle is that much better than the Cardinals at this point.
But we also talked about how much points they've lost by total this year. The Cardinals have 13, right?
Yeah, and they're covering, right? They're keeping it close in all these games. So I don't hate the line here. I just love the Seahawks, and I don't love the Cardinals. And I know Jacoby Brissett is having a run right now, and maybe I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to take Seattle. I just think, honestly, I think they're pretty close to the Eagles right now as my favorite team in the NFC. I think they're complete. And if Darnold is Darnold, it all depends on him. And it all depended on him for Minnesota last year, and he crumbled at the end. But this is week 10. Give me Darnold.
Give me the Cardinals. I'm going the Cardinals. I'm going completely against every single thing you just said, other than I do like Seattle as a team. I just think because I don't think Shaheed makes a difference this week.
I don't
think he does this week either. And Cooper Kupp's not playing. So I mean that's another factor. I know he hasn't been great this year, but he's still Cooper Kupp. And he still, takes up defenders, but I don't know. I just feel like Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet probably each have 100 this week.
Okay.
Brooks, what do you like?
Oh man, this is a tough one.
This is a good line.
Yeah, give me the Cardinals as well.
2 Arizona, 1 Seattle. The only team ride, by the way, so far this week is the Baltimore Ravens, and we are biased. Here's a great game, and I think Brock Purdy is playing. I'm not 100% sure, but as we've discussed on this podcast, it doesn't matter because Mac Jones is the same human being.
Tom Brady cloned Brock Purdy just like he cloned his dog.
This line is Rams at 49, or this game is Rams at 49ers, and the line is Rams minus 4.5. In San Francisco against a division rival. Problem for San Francisco is that Michael Williams, their first-round pick, is dead. Nick Bosa, their best player on defense, is dead. Fred Warner, their next best player on defense, is dead. I don't really know what's happening with their offense. Brandon Ayuk hasn't played all year. Ricky Pearsall doesn't seem like he's going to be coming back this week. So they have another week of McCaffrey, Juwan Jennings, and Kittle, and no one else.
They need a mortician and a priest more than they need a head coach.
Dude, they need – Kyle Shanahan for sure needs to hire the best training staff in the history of the world. I honestly have no fucking clue what to do with this game. I want to take the Niners because I think 4.5 is too much, but also they don't have anybody on defense. And I think Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua could put up 4 touchdowns by themselves. Give me the Rams. I don't care. I'm not taking the home dog. Fuck it. I'm taking the home or the road favorite.
Rams.
Give me the Niners.
All right, he did it. I wanted to, but he did it.
Give me the Niners.
Give
I mean,
him the
they still got
Niners.
McCaffrey. Jawan Jennings is back. I know Ayuk's still hurt. Kittle's back. I think they got enough to keep this thing close. So,
All right. Lions at Commanders. This is a repeat of the NFC Championship game from 1 year ago, which is crazy to say now because we don't think of either of these teams nearly as highly. I don't think. I don't certainly as we did last year. Jaden Daniels out for the year. If you watch the video, you know why. Disgusting. Didn't like it. Not one bit. Terry McLaurin not playing in this game. Doesn't seem like. Not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure he's not playing in this game. So we're going to see a lot of Marcus Mariota in this game. And the line is Detroit -7.5. Of course, they always put the hook on there.
Hammer Detroit here.
Hammer Detroit. You think they get revenge spot from the NFC Championship last year?
yeah, and they were so sluggish last week. I think MCDC gets the boys going this week. Make sure that doesn't happen 2 weeks in a row.
This is going to be a team ride and also a smash spot for me. The Lions cooked me last week, but I am riding them again this week. I agree with you. And the Commanders' defense has been so bad, specifically at tackling, and they're old. This could be either St. Brown or Jahmyr Gibbs just goes absolutely apeshit in one of these.
I think it's
games,
Sam Laporta over the middle.
Ooh, Sam Laporta. Good player.
I mean, Jameson Williams is still there. He's starting to come on a little bit. I know he's had a slow start to the season, but they're getting him more involved now.
Yeah.
He's a stud. He just doesn't get the ball that much.
It's really what it comes down to is that their secondary is decimated. I mean, they don't have a starting anybody in secondary right now.
Yeah.
Besides, actually, what's his name? That got suspended.
Brian Branch.
He was back last week. So
who was still gives me nightmares that they got him in the second round. God, what a good player that guy is.
So he's the only starter they have, and that's it.
All right, so that's the second team ride. Baltimore and Detroit are the two team rides thus far. The Sunday night game is Steelers at Chargers. Ben Roethlisberger at Philip Rivers. Sorry, not happening.
We've got
Aaron Rodgers and Justin Herbert. This is the
Najee Harris
the no tackles bowl. Just no good offensive linemen in this game at all. The Steelers' offensive line is better than they have been in the last couple of years. I'm giving them flack. But Joe Alt is out for the year. Rashawn Slater's out for the year. They did trade for Trevor Penning, who was a late first rounder.
I think they have another guy that's hurt too on their offensive line.
And their starting running back, Omarion Hampton, is also hurt. The Chargers seem like they're poised for regression later in the year because of all of their injuries on offense. By the way, with Joe Alt, this year, the Chargers have been the sixth best offense in the league by EPA. And without him, they're the 23rd best offense in the league by EPA. So, yeah.
The Environmental Protection Agency?
Something like that. Expected pass efficiency or something. So I don't know.
But they play indoors.
Anyway, this game is going to be 85% Steelers fans at the game. So it's basically a home game for the Steelers. But I'm going to fade them because they won last week very heroically. And usually when Tomlin wins games that they aren't expected to win, it seems like the next week they kind of fall back to normalcy. So give me the Chargers here. This is kind of a contrarian pick, I would think.
Proceed.
No, I'm going Chargers as well. It's the same thing with them traveling across the country. Whenever East goes West, it seems like it's always a little bit more sluggish on that team's offense, and honestly, the Ravens need them to lose. So give me the Chargers, the decimated Chargers. Who's worse, the Chargers or San Francisco?
The Niners, dude. The Niners lost to everyone.
Niners
lost to everyone, dude.
Niners, but
every guy you've ever heard of, including the quarterback, and they're still won 6 games so far. They have 3 more wins than we do.
He's limited this week in the injury report.
Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Same guy.
Same man.
They should put Trey Lance in. See if that works out 20
work
years
well.
later.
Easton Stick.
Brian, who you got? Easton Stick.
We're riding, baby. Team ride.
Team ride. Los
Team
Angeles.
ride.
That's 2 straight team rides.
Yeah, this feels like a letdown week. I'm with you, Dusty. I think this feels like a letdown week for them.
I'm with you on that one, Dusty.
And the Monday night game is probably the best Monday night game we have had so far this year. Eagles at Packers on Monday night. These are 2 of the prohibitive favorites in the NFC to win the NFC. The Green Bay Packers are favored by 2.5 at home. This is a classic old school line here.
The Vegas line,
just the home team favored by the 3. It's 2.5 now. The over/under is 45.5. The Eagles coming off a bye. The Packers coming off a disappointing loss to the Carolina Panthers. So both teams motivated to win this one. I just think the Eagles are better than the Packers. I don't think the Packers, since week 2 or 3, have proven to me that they're in the class of the top of the NFC with the Eagles. And I don't love what I've seen out of the Eagles this year. I don't love the Eagles in general. I just think they're a better team. I think they're deeper. I think they have better players all across the field. And the Tucker Kraft injury pushes this one over the edge for me, giving the Eagles plus the points.
I will take the Eagles plus the points as well.
Team ride, and I think this is a B word. I think this is a B word.
What is that?
I think it's a blowout.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, okay.
B word. Okay. Nuclear missile whale play from Brooks. Take the Eagles.
That's my bet of the week.
Look at that.
Eagles are trending. I know.
Now great team rides to finish, by the way.
I know. What was that? What was that? This is not planned, fellas.
Hey, I mean, our team rides are good, so ride those.
Yeah, they've been
year,
working.
I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, looking at the last couple games, their offense is starting to click a little bit. I know their defense is still a little up and down, but Saquon's starting to get rolling again. I'm saying look out. I think this is another blowout. They blew out the Giants before the bye week. They also beat pretty handily. Who do they beat pretty handily the week before that? The Vikings, maybe? The Vikings 28-22 in garbage time, and they got a garbage time score. So I'm all in on the Eagles right now. I think they're starting to trend.
Wow. All right. 3 straight team rides to end. Wow. The team rides are Baltimore, Detroit, the Chargers, and the Philadelphia Eagles.
The only one I don't like is the Chargers one.
I don't really love that one either. But yeah, whatever. Great Monday night game. Really excited for that. Usually the Monday night games are kind of lackluster, or just kind of divisional matchups they throw on there. But this one's actually going to be fun to watch. I think I'm interested in it. It's a rematch of the Brazil game last year, where Jordan Love got hurt. And the only reason I remember that is because we were in Outer Banks celebrating our buddy Sean Floyd, which was just the best trip.
Hey
Jack
guys,
Brown's. Shout out to Jack Brown's.
Yeah,
I would eat so many Jack Brown's hamburgers right now.
I'm so hungry right now. I haven't had lunch. I'm crushing Cheez-Its.
Ooh, what kind? Just plain?
Plain old.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
The family style one. They were on sale for like $4 for this big ass box. I'm like, I'll take it all day.
Yeah. There is an important question looming.
What is the looming question?
Will the Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture crew be taking over Sarasota again this year? Because the schedule just came out.
Schedule's out?
Just came out yesterday.
Oh, okay.
This was a conversation that I was having, I think with Cabbage or maybe Merrick or somebody, one of the guys. Or maybe Foy. I'm 100% in on this.
I almost think this needs to be a boys trip every year now.
Yeah, I'm totally. And I say like we get the same freaking house.
That house was sweet.
That house was sick.
Yeah,
and it was right down the street from Amish country, which I like being around the Amish.
I'm 100% in on this. If this is something we want to do, let's do it.
I just sent the schedule picture out into the group. We just got to figure out dates because they're kind of sporadic this year, so we just have to figure out what works best.
I'd like to catch more than one game, honestly. I know we only had a chance to catch one, and we had bachelor party stuff going on, golf. Yeah. We saw Donald Trump, which was crazy. Do you remember that with Drew seeing Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Well, that was Outer Banks. That was the Outer Banks.
That was Outer Banks.
That's the Outer Banks.
No, it was Donald Trump rally. It wasn't actually Donald Trump.
But remember, there was a guy that looked like Donald Trump walking down toward us.
Yeah.
And I think Drew grabbed my back and was like, that really might be him. Like, there's no chance.
He's in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina right now.
Like, I'm nowhere near political, and I don't give a damn, but I'd be like, it'd be pretty wild to see Donald Trump walking down a driveway of a golf course.
All right, guys, if you want to call in, Joe definitely wants to. I know he said if anybody else wants to call in, I put the link in the chat. We have done our picks for the week. I did want to bring up this. San Diego Padres will pick up the $6.5 million option on Ramon Laureano, and he is going to be staying in San Diego. This is not a surprise at all. Ramon was unbelievable between us and San Diego last year. So I don't think this is a shock to anybody, but I did want to shout out and kudos to Ramon Laureano. That guy has been unbelievable over his last 162.
It's a rebirth. It's a rebirth. I mean, change of scenery helped him out. But yeah, Brooks, to go back to your point, I'm 100% in on Sarasota again. That was so much fun. Let's do it.
Yeah, if we can make some dates work, some mutual dates work for everybody. I like I said, I threw it into the Quality Hams, Gary Williams guys group chat here, and we'll start working on that. I'd love to do, honestly, a golf trip at some point too, but this might be the closest thing to it at this point in time. But
I would definitely like to get down there at least 4 days. I don't know how long you guys stayed, 5, but I would like to go down and get that same fucking house. It's gonna be based on that Airbnb's availability as well. Yeah.
So we'll start working on that. We still got a couple months to sure that up, but at least we this wasn't a last minute thing like it was last year. I feel like last year we kind of decided a month before.
Yeah. Now we can plan accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we're able to get that together again this year. We have our resident Arkansas native
real Arkansas, real Joe Racky
waiting in the wings here. And also, Brooks, I just noticed your name. Good for BJ Sams. Forgot about
BJ Sams.
Yaman Figures took over.
That was the other one.
Yaman Figures. I was gonna do it, and I didn't want to carbon copy you because I knew you were thinking about Yaman Figures.
I know, but I was thinking about doing that in like the next episode. Damn it!
By the way, is that
well? You're gonna have to come up with Tom Thomas or something.
Is that not the biggest conundrum of a name? Not only BJ's, but Sam's Club. And what's his middle name? Costco.
Yeah, BJ Costco Sam's.
Nice. BJ's Costco Sam's Walmart Jr. All right. Arkansas Joe. What's up, dude?
I am not fake Brian Rogers.
You're way better looking than him.
Look at this goofy ass. He's got the shirt there like
right behind, just in case you called in.
Yeah, he's putting it on. All right. We're gonna have a tag team match. Brothers Rothschild versus Joe Racky.
I mean, I kind of like the other shirt better. You can come remodel my house for me.
There you go.
As much PE home remodeling he wears, you would think he's a contractor.
I mean,
you look like you're in a fucking tree stand right now. Are you kidding me?
Send him my way. Maybe I can imitate Brian Rogers. There we go. I can do.
There you go.
Halfway fake Brian Rogers.
Somehow you have less gray in your beard than him too.
Yeah, that's amazing, but he's probably got more on top, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I desperately need a haircut. I've just been avoiding it.
That's all right. Joe, what's going on in Arkansas today? I was going to say Arizona. Jesus. I definitely need a haircut.
It feels
what's
like
been going
Arizona.
in Arkansas?
Jesus Christ, it's 75 degrees and it's...
Is it really?
6. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I have shorts on. I should not be wearing shorts to work in November, but... I wore shorts yesterday. I wore shorts today. It's 76. It is.
That's awesome.
Nasty. I mean, not
it's nasty. It's awesome.
I mean, it is, but it's like not for November.
It's not supposed to be like that.
No. I'm putting out winter edition Red Bulls. It's not supposed to be 70 degrees.
What was your thought process taking New England for Brian in that game?
The same that it always is. There's a Razorback, baby. Hunter Henry.
Oh, my God. Just taking it based on if there's a Razorback on the team or not.
I mean, why not?
Well, there might be a Razorback on the Bucks you never heard of.
It could be, but Hunter Henry's on my fantasy team, and
That's fair.
he's probably the second or third best tight end in the league this year. So
he's been great.
I'll take that. You know,
Hell yeah.
it is been very nice. We started off strong, 2-0. We've had one victory since. So, you know, changed the name of the team to the Fighting Bobby Petrinos when he took over, and have had the same success.
They need to change. They need to change more than the name, I think, in that Arkansas football program. But I'm not trying to talk crap on you.
They do, and
we got nothing.
In that game on Saturday, I didn't watch the game, but the officials, even they interviewed the SEC commissioner on the radio Tuesday in Little Rock, and he said, "Yeah, the officials need to get better." Basically.
Greg Sankey.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
They do something called the Touchdown Club in Little Rock every year, and this week they had Sankey in there to talk and do a Q&A and lunch and stuff. This year he's had Lawrence Taylor come. LT showed up tanked, by the way. He was drunk as fuck by the time he got to the stage.
Oh yeah, Lawrence Taylor.
He may not be doing drugs anymore, but he likes his bourbon.
I'm sure he does. If I was Lawrence Taylor, I'd be drinking a lot of bourbon too.
He had Jimmy Johnson in this year.
He's Arkansas, yeah.
Yeah,
Lawrence Taylor was there.
Right, well, let's start with North Carolina.
They don't all have Arkansas connections. It just is names they come in and guest speak. He had the Holly Rowe there a couple weeks ago. The week before that, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, I guess manager is the term to use. The lady that is
the coach. Maybe?
Yeah, the lady that is over it sold out in a week too. Like that, they had to move it to a bigger venue because people wanted to hear her talk and hear her story. I guess there's a lot of girls that cheer and want to be involved in that. So
if I remember correctly, she's been there a long time, and it's very, very, very popular within like the Dallas Arlington community. Obviously, she has a lot of beautiful women working for her, but also she's like very skilled at what she does.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to hear the interview because I wasn't in the truck, but they played some clips, and seems like a very intelligent lady. Obviously in business for a while. So.
Oh, what do we think about the college football playoff rankings coming out? It's the first one.
I think Texas A&M's getting screwed. I mean, they're the only undefeated team. They haven't played great teams, but I mean,
you can only play who's on your schedule. Which says it every week.
Well, they're not the only undefeated team, but they're the undefeated team that has the best win.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ohio State is the only team to not lose against the spread this year.
Oh. Wait, they're 8-0 against the spread?
They are.
Holy shit.
Or it might be 7-0-1, but they are the only team. There's in the mornings before the radio show goes live, they replay a podcast with the casino doing sports bets for the week, and the Falcons and Saints are the only team in the NFL that have not beat the spread this year, shockingly. And Ohio State, and there's a handful of teams that have one loss against the spread. I think Iowa State might have been one of them, but of course the World Series, they put the World Series futures bets out like the teams are even close to being established yet. Like, I mean,
just bet the Dodgers.
The other
best number you're gonna get on them.
The other casino has a prop bet for national championships, basketball and baseball for the Razorbacks, plus 15,000 for them both to win.
Speaking of Razorbacks basketball, you guys got a big game on Saturday night against freaking Michigan State. You're gonna be facing the Fighting Tom Izzos, and that's not a fun place to be. As a Maryland fan, you don't want to be fighting the Fighting Tom Izzos.
But you want them early in the season, though.
Yeah,
it's in Michigan. Yeah, it's in Michigan, and everyone on the radio here that they, because they have a lot of on the sports channel. They have a lot of Razorbacks come in there. Joe Klein's usually in there a lot. Pat Bradley. They both have said this is the best team they've seen since '95.
Okay.
That's saying a lot. You've had some good teams in the last couple of years there.
The two freshmen that they have are just some of the best. So should be a good year. You know.
What about senior forward Trayvon Brazil? What do you think about him?
He looked good that first game. I think he had 25 points.
He had 25 and 11.
Yeah. And
I mean, that's pretty good in college for sure.
Yeah.
They didn't look
40-minute game.
They ended up winning. Same with the exhibition versus Memphis. They didn't start hot, but they won by 24.
Yeah. So the line on that game, that's Saturday night, and that game is in East Lansing, it seems like. That's number 14 Arkansas at Michigan State, number 22. That line is Michigan State minus 1.5. So if you want to ride with Joe Rackey, take them plus 1.5.
It's set up to be a home and home, so that we go there this year, and then they come to Bud Walton next year.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
If I understand properly.
Those are two good programs too. I like seeing.
Oh yeah,
we play a tough non-conference schedule. They got Duke.
That's good.
Did Duke beat Texas last night? I didn't even know they were playing. 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, I didn't know.
Yeah, Duke and Texas played 2 nights ago, and I didn't see what happened.
But it's 99 days to college baseball. First pitch.
Oh, yeah. All right.
That feels like so far away.
That's insane.
It does feel like so far away, but it's 99 days. So
99 days till college
under
baseball.
Triple digits.
Oh man. Joe, we also have less than 2 months left of John Cena in the WWE. Have you watched any of that run?
I haven't. I've kept up with reading about it a little bit. I think it's interesting that he's doing a tournament to see who is last. Yeah. I think that's a great little
tournaments in WWE just always work. Yeah, whenever they do any King of the Ring tournament, any kind of tournament in the WWE where there's something to gain at the end, is
he the current champion, John Cena?
No, so he's not the champion, but he's only got 1 more match left or 2 more matches left, and he's announced that actually in DC, December 13th is going to be his last wrestling match ever, and he won't come back. And basically, on everyone close to him, I know wrestling, you always say like they're never going to come back. He's pretty adamant about it, and I think
he looks like he can barely walk right now.
Yeah, he's like hunched over when he walks. I think he's actually going to be done. And they're having a 16-person tournament that's going to be held on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown to find out who his last opponent's going to be. Which, once again, it's all booked and it's wrestling, but it's fun. And it just works for wrestling.
NXT as well, so it could be a very young character that they want to put over in that match. It could just be, somebody young and random that Cena's going to put over on the way out. So.
He's one of the few guys that has so much else going on around him. Yeah. Commercials and movies and blah 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 blah.
He doesn't need to go back, and he'll go back for spots, and he'll go back and do the Hall of Fame and WrestleMania and that kind of stuff. But he's not going to go back and wrestle anymore.
He'll announce,
But it's cool. He said multiple times, like, he came in, his first match ever was against Kurt Angle, and he's like, I always wanted to go out the way that Kurt Angle like brought me in, basically like, hey, put this younger guy over and get the next generation set up. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a cool thing in wrestling. If you're an older guy, you go out on your back, you look up at the lights, you count 1, 2, 3, and you lose.
They put out a little graphic of like the only 4 people that have held a belt in the 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s, and it was, I think, Cena, Punk, I forgot the other, Brock Lesnar, and I forgot who the 4th one was.
Maybe Undertaker?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was Undertaker. But yeah, it was only like 4 people that have held belts in all 3 decades.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you'll see a lot more, because I think the lifespan of wrestlers is going to get shorter and shorter.
Oh, it's been short for a long time.
And they're not doing, maybe it'll get longer because they're doing less dates and they're actually caring about their health a little bit. But like, I haven't followed it. I just see it online a little bit. I haven't. watched any wrestling in forever. I'll probably watch Cena's last match or something. But
I'll definitely watch it. I was thinking about trying to get tickets, but then I looked them up and they're not cheap.
no, they're not cheap. Like house shows aren't even cheap.
Yeah. I wonder. I want to look it up now. What the price tag is.
But
For that. Anyway, but do you have any Arkansas facts while I look that up? You want to talk to us about?
How about a men's mental health reminder? Since it's Men's Mental Health Month,
Love that.
I definitely have been known to struggle a little bit here and there at the house and many other things going on in life. And getting therapy and working through it has definitely been a positive. Being able to interact with you guys is definitely a positive. There's definitely been some negatives in my life over the last year or so that I allowed to bring me down. And but yeah, it's getting a little better day by day. Getting a little better with the relationship with my kid. I mean, it's been a little tough. He hasn't had the easiest stretch for the last 5 years either, but it seems like he got on his feet now. He's got a job with the state.
Cool.
So, he probably going to make more money than me, which is nice, but sad as well. He's ended up with the Department of Transportation. So
Good.
It's good for him. 4-day work week too. I want a 4-day work week.
Oh yeah.
That's a good call there, Joe. And we're glad you're doing better. We're glad you're doing better.
Every day, you wake up, it's a good day. I don't have the best relationship with my dad at times, but the one thing that I can attribute that sticks in my mind that he told me when I was a kid, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So just everybody out there, remember that it's a permanent solution to anything that you got going on. Like you guys talked about earlier, the Cowboys player could have been running from the law. I mean, he had who knows what was going on in his life, but he had a lot in front of him. He just scored a touchdown in the NFL, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
So every day is different for everybody. I just read one of the radio. I used to travel to Tulsa a lot for work and followed their radio station on Facebook, and one of their former personalities ended up not making it out of Halloween night. I don't know exactly what happened, so I don't want to speculate, but it didn't sound good from what I read. So it's tough out there. Everybody just take a breath and remember we got friends.
And it's a good day to be a hat, right? It's a good day to be a hat.
It's a great day to be a freaking
day to be a Red Bull shirt. I mean,
especially on this program.
Oh yeah.
It's a long sleeve because it's 75 in November. So God, I never wear long sleeve shirts to work.
I'm leaving the top button up. Just call me Essay, right? And Brooks called me
There you go. Go around to the back room in Walmart and just start putting Red Bull out.
That would be great. I'm sure.
See if anybody even notices. I'm just here to merchandise. Just
grab it from one aisle and put it in the other aisle.
Put it like next to the Cheetos.
Hey, where do you keep your Red Bull back here? And if you find the Advent packs, you might just tell them you're there to confiscate them because those things are selling for $200 on eBay right now.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Man.
If you find one, you might want to buy it and put it on eBay because they're $50, but they're selling from $150 to $200 on eBay right now. So.
That sounds like cold hard profit to me.
Cold hard profit. All right, Joe, you the man.
All right, Joe. Thank you for calling in. We love you. And we appreciate you being vulnerable on the show, but also listening every week. And we really love you. Man.
Love you, buddy.
I'm gonna try to get started with you guys. I don't know. Well, maybe we can do like a GoFundMe to fund that trip. I ain't no money.
All right, guys.
All right, partner.
Joe, thank you very much. You have a great day. We appreciate you. Happy November 6th, and enjoy that 75-degree weather while you have it. Man.
I know. Really, we still have it.
Go Hogs! They're going to be playing Michigan State on Saturday night at 7:00 on Fox Sports 1.
That's
going to be fun.
That's an early big game.
That's a huge game. I love that, and I love how they that we have big college basketball games early. We get to see where the teams are, and then we kind of take a month off where they play a bunch of
cupcakes.
teams.
Yeah, because normally like the coaches versus cancer, I think is the big one, or whatever it is. Where there's like 4 or 6 former national championship.
Remember when they used to do the big game on like the aircraft carrier? Remember that? That was
I remember that. It was like North Carolina versus
Michigan State. Yeah, because Magic Johnson was there. Remember? But yeah, that was really cool. I wonder if they're going to do anything like that. And they also have the Maui tournament, and then there's one that they do at Madison Square Garden. That's always big. Is that the Jimmy V one?
I think it's Jimmy V Classic.
Yeah. So they do a bunch of that stuff early in the season, and then it kind of we get to the cupcake part of the schedule, and then the conference stuff starts. Maryland played Coppin State the other night and won. We talked about that on the Tuesday show a little bit, but I just thought it was so funny. I had it on at the Turtle the other night, and one of the servers was like, "Who the fuck is Coppin State?" And I was just like, "She's from West Virginia. She doesn't know."
All right.
And I was just like, "Oh, it's just a small school in Baltimore." And she was like, "Well, why is Maryland only beating them by 6?" And I was like, "I don't know. That's the problem. We should be beating by 100,
by 26."
Yeah.
And
we ended up winning the game by 20. But
all right, Derek Queen looked good last night. I watched some of the Mavericks versus New Orleans game. He looked good.
I watched a lot of that game too. He had 12, 8, and 7 in that game. The reason I watched a lot of that game is unfortunate. I had a 3-leg parlay to win $2,000 on double doubles, and the first 2 guys hit. And my last leg was Cooper Flagg, who finished with 22 and 9. Which was just a big dagger. But I watched a lot of, especially the last quarter of that game. I was rooting. He had 6 rebounds going into the final quarter. He finished with 9. He got close. He was so close, but
he's so close.
I didn't, but I didn't hit. That's okay. We have some bad beats. Maybe I'll post all those bad beats at some point.
All right. Do we want to do a draft? Do we do an immaculate grid?
I got time. I actually don't have a meeting this afternoon, so I'm good.
I don't have anything either. We can do either a draft or immaculate grid.
We can do both. If we do a draft, I kind of want to do that pick a letter thing.
Okay, that's cool. Let's do that.
I forget which ones we got to make note of which ones we've done.
I have which ones we've done. We have done
C. We also haven't posted them for people to vote on.
We have done J, we have done C, we have done P, and we have done T.
Okay. As long as you're keeping track of them, that's important.
I have kept track of them. That's for sure.
Like Brooks said, is there a way for the letter generator to like you can remove letters? Is there selected?
There is, letter generator. And I think there's a way you can set it up where you can take a couple out, but it might be annoying to do. Custom letters. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm just gonna spin it, and if we get a letter we'll just spin it again. After this, I can set up the custom thing so that it will be set up for the next time, and it'll keep track. But I don't feel like I feel like it's probably going to take a couple minutes to do that right now. So I'd rather just get right into it. I am going to share my screen.
Brooksy, since you're the leader in the clubhouse with the NFL picks, why don't you pick the draft order?
Yeah. There we go. I think that's a great idea.
I want to see the letter first.
Okay.
I don't know. Yes, P, J, P, and T have all been taken. This is going to be G.
G.
I'll go first.
Okay. Geronimo Hill.
What?
I'll go first. Dusty's going last just for that pick. With the first overall pick with a G. Give me George Kenneth Griffey Jr.
Oh my God, he takes Ken Griffey Jr.
Who,
his favorite
George?
Athlete of all time, I believe. Ken Griffey Jr. is his number 1 pick, and it's a great pick.
Damn it! So these are so sporadic. While you guys are. Well, all right, I'll go with George Foreman.
We're doing last names too, right?
Yeah.
George Foreman. Because of the grills?
What?
Your grills.
Because of the George Foreman grill?
Oh, the grills. I thought you said the girls. I'm like, what?
No,
Did you rob a jewelry store?
No. I'll take Wayne Gretzky. Give me the great one.
Damn.
Nice.
At my first pick there, and I'll take another great one. Give me George Herman Babe Ruth.
Oh my God.
Baby Ruth.
You set me up when you said George. I thought you were gonna say George Herman Ruth, but you didn't. You said
That was gonna be my second overall pick.
Two Georges.
Baltimore boy. People forget. Not enough people talk about. He is a Baltimore boy.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Larry Winnicky hit longer home runs at Cardinal Gibbons, though.
All right. I will. I'm going to go with another George here, and I'm going to go with George Brett.
Oh, okay. George Brett. I mean, this should just be the George draft.
I know, really.
This is the George show. This is the George show.
George of the Jungle goes next. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Let me think here.
We need to turn the chat off.
I would be remiss if I did not bring up Gary Williams.
I know. I'm about to say it's the name of the show. I just wrote it down. It's the name of the show.
A guy I didn't even think about. He stole my lawn furniture. How was I? Gary Williams, golf commentator.
Golf commentator.
I'm literally looking around my room right now to get another.
If you say Elvis Gerbeck, I'm getting off this.
I'm out.
I'm getting off the show.
There is a funny one over here that I have a signed ball of, but I'm not going to say it. A couple good ones. I can't say those though. Give me. Oh shit! Man.
Ooh. I'm coming up with some. I got some alliteration. I got a lot of alliteration.
I'm losing. I am not good at this. Damn.
I have a couple, but they're not good ones. They're funny ones. Give me. Fucking Christ. All right, I'll take the funny one. Give me Gary Gaetti.
Gary Gaetti's good. I like that. That's nice. All right, I'm gonna go baseball.
How do you pronounce that? Or how do you spell it?
How do you spell it?
Not pronounce. How do you spell
I think I pronounced it correct.
I just have to type it, and I don't know how to spell Gary Gaetti. Okay. Got it. All right. Go ahead, Brian.
All right. I'm going to go. I'm going the Grapefruit League since we're talking about spring training.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that.
Play with this a little bit.
I need to think outside the box here.
Grapefruit League.
I'm just trying to think of things that aren't names all the time now. It's damn.
Man.
I got one. He.
All right. Give me the glove, Gary Payton.
Damn.
Give me Goose Gossage.
Goose Gossage. All right.
I got to think outside the box too.
I know. All right. So this is my fourth pick, I believe. I am going just to piss off Arkansas Joe. Give me the Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh,
Joe.
my God. Oh my God. The Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh, I got one.
I love that. General Booty. I forgot about that.
Give me
General Booty.
give me Otto Graham.
Nice.
Ooh, superstar Otto Graham, right?
And give me
Grady Dick.
I forgot about that guy too. Fuck
Grady
that guy.
Dick.
Jason Allen. Fuck that guy.
give me Eric Gagne.
Eric Gagne. I like
the
that.
closer with his last pick too. I love that.
I love
Eric
that.
Gagne to close it out. Oh man.
Well, I
took the closer with my fourth pick.
I got a great hitter. I need a great starter. I'm going Tom Glavine.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh my God. How did we miss? Fuck.
I got one more pick, so don't say it. Okay, I can speak out loud here. So I have 3 written down, but I'm trying to think of a person that's a thing that's not a person. The three people I have written down are Grant Hill, Gary Player, and the Iceman George Gervin. Which is a double, which is why I want to take.
So which one are you taking? Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to take any of them. I might.
I was like trying to think of stadiums.
Thinking about a gap wedge, like a gimme in golf.
See that a gimmy's good. I like that.
Gary Brackett.
Gary Brackett.
All right. I'm just gonna go with Gary. I can't take Grant Hill. What the fucking dude? Give me Gary Player, I guess.
Grant Horvat?
Yeah. Grant Horvat, get me out of here, dude.
I can't believe I forgot Greg Maddux. I took time.
Oh no!
Yeah,
God.
Your favorite pitcher.
We forgot Greg Jennings too. He broke his fucking leg.
Gary Thorne. Thorne. We forgot Gary Thorne.
That would have been the winner. That would have been the winner.
Matthews, senior and junior.
I had the galloping.
I thought about them.
I had the galloping ghost of Red Grange. God. There's got to be ones that aren't people.
God.
Like Gimme was good. Gap Wedge was
Giveaways.
Great. Giveaways.
Oh, like a T-shirt giveaway.
Yeah,
that's good.
Game day giveaways, whatever.
College game day.
Game day specials. Yeah, college game day.
Damn. Oh, there's so many good ones.
Gary Thorne, man, that's a good.
Gary Thorne is so good. Great Rod, Gorgeous George the Animal Steel. Greg Maddux is the biggest miss on the list. Got it.
And I took Tom Glavine.
You took the Grapefruit League over Greg Maddux. He's your favorite pitcher ever.
That's why these are hard. These are hard, man.
Because if we are on the fly, there's no
research. There's no searching the internet. It's just top ahead.
It's just your favorite sports thing that starts with the letter
whatever comes to your mind.
Anyway, here's the list, guys. Ken Griffey for Brooks, Ken Griffey Jr., Gary Williams, Gary Gaetti, Otto Graham, and the closer Eric Gagne. Brian's team: George Foreman, George Brett, Grapefruit League, Georgia Bulldogs, and Tom Glavine.
Gary Carter.
Dusty. My picks: Wayne Gretzky, George Herman, Babe Ruth, Gary Payton, Goose Gossage, and Gary Player. I also thought about the Greenbrier, which is a tournament.
I tried to think of a golf thing, and I couldn't think of anything.
I was thinking of Augusta, Georgia. I was trying to think of a G. Yeah. Every time we do this, I want to say the Masters in some way, and I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah,
Greens. That's a good one.
How about this Cambridge Fieldhouse, which is right down the road from Brooksy.
Yeah.
Globe Life Park in Arlington. Fuck.
Gino Auriemma.
Gino Auriemma is a good one.
That'd have been a good one. Everybody goes to Gino's. Gino Smith. All right, that's
Georgetown was up there.
We're gonna keep coming up with them, but let's get an immaculate grid in and let's get out of here. Immaculate grid. We are gonna do This is a fun one.
The Green Jacket. Oh man.
Ooh, the Green. What about the Big Green, starring Ham Porter from The Sandlot?
Ham Porter, yeah,
as a goalie. That was a big movie from our
Juan
childhood.
Morales. Here comes Juan Morales.
Wow. All right. Walked around and picked the dogs and forgot Maddox. Love that. All right. Cleveland and the Orioles immediately, I think, of Eddie Murray. But we have to get better than that. We have to be better. We have to get better.
Albert Bell.
Jim
Thome.
People probably forget Thome played for those.
Did Jerry Hairston play with his brother in Cleveland?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyway, we'll keep going. Orioles Pirates. Pedro Alvarez immediately comes to mind. El Toro. Love that guy.
I don't think a lot of people would know him.
Yeah, let's keep thinking. Adam Frazier comes to mind. He played for us.
Yeah.
True.
He was an all-star with Pittsburgh.
I think he was. I think you're right about that. 6 WAR season for the Orioles. Yuck. Gunner for sure.
Cal's gonna be number 1.
Cal will be on there because he played for 600 years.
I wonder if Eric Bedard had a 6-4 season that year that he was stellar.
Yeah, I was thinking Wieters because there's so much defensive WAR, and Wieters was so good. Like his best offensive year, maybe he snuck one. Adam Jones almost certainly had one. Or a couple.
I like the Wieters call.
There was a year where Melvin Mora hit like 350. Miguel Tejada when he had like 160 RBIs that one year. Brian Roberts.
Brian Roberts also Pittsburgh and Orioles.
Yeah. Shit. Okay. Cleveland and Milwaukee.
Palmeiro.
CC.
Cleveland and Milwaukee CC. That's a good one. I was thinking I wish it was Orioles and Milwaukee because I would say Wade Miley.
It could be Cleveland as well.
He might be Cleveland. Brad Hand might have played for Milwaukee. I'm not sure though. Pittsburgh and Milwaukee. Andrew McCutchen.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Aramis Ramirez. Did he play for Milwaukee?
He did. He played for the whole NFC or the whole NL Central except for the Cardinals, I think.
Do you want to go with that one?
That could be a
6-4. That could be a 6 WAR.
Cleveland and Atlanta. I'm thinking David Justice. That's the first name that came to my head.
Yeah.
That's also a pretty popular one. And then Atlanta, Pittsburgh. Atlanta and Pittsburgh. I don't know.
Why do I think when I think Orioles and
Tehran, Julio Tehran,
oh my God, I forgot about that guy.
Orioles, Cleveland. Why did Marty Cordova come to my mind?
Dude, every time we put on Marty Cordova, he's played for the Twins, not the Indians.
I know. Right? I always mix it up. I thought he was the Indians too, Brian.
He's the Twins, almost certainly.
I'm writing his name down. I'm not looking it up.
Roberto Alomar, also Orioles, Cleveland.
Yeah.
I was talking about Jerry
also
Harrison.
6 WAR.
Oh, I like that.
Did he do that with the Orioles though? He was an all-star with the Orioles, right?
Probably.
A couple times.
I think he had a 6-4 season for the Orioles. We think.
I think so.
We like Alomar. We like Brian Roberts. Who else had crazy seasons for us? Machado, Chris Davis, Mark Trumbo had a 40-homer season. Nelson Cruz. He probably.
I like the Wieters. I like the Wieters call.
Yeah, that would be a super, super nasty one though. Like if he got it, he would barely have gotten there. Alomar was so good defensively, and he was a leadoff hitter. I feel like that's a good one.
Do it.
I just want to think.
What about like
Boog Powell, Al Bunbury, like any old school guys? Tim
Raines? I think Boog Powell won an MVP, so he had to be a 6 WAR.
Yeah, but the problem is War loves defense, and I just don't know if Boog was good defensively.
Palmero.
Yeah.
Chris Hoyles.
Ooh.
Who was on that
Javi Lopez that first year we had him?
Who was on that 98 team that our lineup was just stacked? I mean, I know it was Bonilla,
Alomar, Bonilla, Brady Anderson,
Javi Lopez.
Anderson. No, Hoyles was on that team. Who else was
Fernando Tatis?
Yeah.
Was he really? Holy shit. Was Eric Davis on that team, or was he retired by then, or was he gone? Maybe.
Mickey Tettleton. He was in right field for the ball.
All right. What do we want? What do we want to go for first? What do we like the best? What's our most obscure pick? Pedro Alvarez, maybe?
Yeah. I can't think of anybody else with Pittsburgh there. I like Julio Teheran with Pittsburgh and Atlanta as well.
7%. Wow. Holy shit. I would not have expected him to get that much. But that's okay. Anything under 10, I think.
Julio Teheran's pretty recent, though. Orioles, Cleveland, we named a couple there. That's Alomar, Tomei, Bell.
Eddie Murray.
Murray is probably the biggest one.
We like Albert Bell.
He's going to be like really.
I think Tomei would be less.
Tomei would be less because people don't remember.
I disagree.
I would remember him.
Tomei's a Hall of Famer. Bell is not. Right?
Well, Orioles
so
fans.
People don't remember him as an Oriole. Orioles fans do, but do baseball fans?
I think Orioles fans remember Albert Bell more than Jim Thome, actually.
Yeah. Did Bundy play for the Guardians or the Twins? Play for the Twins.
Remember him with the Angels.
He played for the Twins. Did we trade Jorge Lopez to the Twins or the Guardians? I think it was the Twins. I'm trying to think of somebody disgusting. All right, you guys like who do you like?
Thome.
Jim Thome, 14%. Damn. All right, it's not terrible. We can still do this. Cleveland and Atlanta.
Did Eric Burns play for Cleveland? That would have been a good Orioles.
Yeah, that might have been. He might have been Pittsburgh and Orioles. Was there like an Ian Kennedy or Chris Benson or something like that?
Chris Benson, that's a good one.
He played for the Pirates, right? And
yes.
Who else?
I think Atlanta.
And Atlanta.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%.
Chris with a
sure.
K Benson?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that either. Can we sit on that for a sec?
Yeah. 6+4 for the Orioles could also be like Frank Robinson. Pretty much every Hall of Famer that we have, but
yeah. Who's like a really good Oriole that people just don't think about outside of Oriole land? Mike Flanagan had a 21 season. Steve Stone won a Cy Young, right?
Steve Stone, people forget about. Rick Sutcliffe was really good.
Dude, Steve Stone. No one remembers him.
Yeah, he was on that 21 season.
He's the pitcher war is the thing that like scares me though. Like, did he just have a bunch of wins?
I think
he had over 20.
The point of these is that we're trying to go so minuscule that it's supposed to fucking scare you. Like,
I know.
Because it could be the answer.
I know.
It could be the comeback for every single time we find somebody that's obscure. We're like, wow, that really scares me. Like, no shit, it's supposed to.
That's true. You're right. I just feel like when we have 7 guesses left, we shouldn't be like shooting like the lowest name we could possibly come with. But I agree with you, right? What's our? We don't even have our lowest total like written down or anything. I think it's like 30 or something like that. We're probably in trouble of missing that already.
I took a screenshot of it somewhere. 24.
24. Okay, so we're already at 21. So likely we're not getting there. So I personally just think pitchers are tougher just because WAR doesn't like pitchers as much. So I would think let's try to get a hitter for the Orioles that's probably under the radar. So Alomar makes sense. Brian Roberts, I thought about. Adam Jones, Melvin Mora, Tejada.
And you said Wieters. And Wieters because they take the defensive WAR more than – so I would go there. But if you don't want to make a guess it's that close, go to Alomar. Go to Roberto. Because you're not going to be able to use him anywhere else.
I love Wieters, but what was his best year? Like 20 homers and a Gold Glove, maybe. Is that 6 WAR? That's a lot. Cleveland and Milwaukee bothers me because that feels like Wade Miley too. And maybe Rajay. Rajay didn't play for Milwaukee, did he? Gallardo.
We're just throwing names. Brooksy gone.
Brooks gone. Oh. Okay. Pick a name for Orioles. Or sorry.
Let's do Alomar. You keep going back to Alomar.
Let's pick a name for. Let's wait for Brooks to pick it. Yeah, let's go to Alomar. Fuck it. Let's do it. Damn it!
Oh my goodness, that
No
can't
Alomar.
be real.
That's crazy to me. I mean, Tejada had to have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we should have gone with that one first. That's okay. Atlanta 6-4 season. Austin Riley, Jason Hayward, Ronald Acuna, Freddie Freeman, David Justice, maybe. I mean,
who's
Hank
the
Aaron.
current?
Hank Aaron probably did it 15 times.
Yeah, no shit. Phil Necro.
Ooh. Warren Spahn.
You do that. Yeah.
Who's old school Atlanta besides Hank Aaron? I can't think of anybody.
Dale
Murphy? Dale Murphy.
Dale Murphy. I was going to say
Dale
David.
Murphy. Yeah, Dale Murphy. All right, there you go. 8%. 6-4 season for the Brewers.
It's going to be Robin Yount. Robin Yount's going to be the first one that comes to mind.
Yount, Fielder, and Braun were the first 3 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Richie Sexton.
Aramis Ramirez.
Ooh, love him.
Go with it.
But we might have to use him for Pittsburgh and Milwaukee because I don't really can't think of anybody else that played for them besides McCutcheon.
Let's go with
Aramis. Yeah, let's go with Aramis here. That's 11%. This is just not going to be a great one for us.
No, it's not going to be a good one.
6 WAR for the Brewers. Yount, Fielder, Braun are all going to be top up there.
Richie Sexton's not a bad call.
I love Richie Sexton. He had some years. Ricky Weeks.
Ooh.
Who's good for Yelich, too.
Yelich. JJ?
I don't know about JJ. I love him, but I don't
Yelich is going to be real high up there.
Yeah. Should we just go? Well, Braun, Fielder, and Yount are all going to be good, but yeah.
Dude, Roberto Alomar did not have a 6 WAR for the Orioles, Brooks.
That's crazy. I want to look at his career now. I know I'm cheating by baseball referencing it, but his years of the Orioles, 3 years, he had a 5.3, a 3.4, and a 3.8.
Jesus.
Damn. He had 2 with Toronto and 2 with Cleveland, but not with the Orioles, of course.
I'm going to kill you guys. I cheated. Marty Cordova played for the Indians for 1 year. And
It doesn't matter now.
And the Orioles for 2. It doesn't matter. Yeah. That's why I looked it up.
It doesn't matter now, yeah.
Marty Cordova.
I'm going to go David Justice here. I think that's probably our best one there.
Yeah.
David Justice, and that's the highest one probably.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh and Atlanta.
Is that Brian Giles?
He played for the Padres. Did he play for Atlanta? He played for the Pirates and the Padres. I know that, but I don't know if he played for Atlanta. Is there a McCann? No. Did Brian McCann or did James McCann play for the Pirates? Because he played for the Braves.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Why did Ryan Domit come to my head?
That's very, very odd. Just do it. We've already lost.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like
there we go.
I feel like Brad Hand played for these 2 teams.
Hold on,
Good.
wait. Shit.
We were already out of it. Julio Teheran?
Not for that one.
Which one?
For Pittsburgh and Atlanta.
Nope. We kicked the field goal. Look at the match scores. The field goal.
Nice.
6+4, Christian Yelich.
Yeah,
we thought about it. We said
Richie
Yelich, Braun.
Try
Bueller,
Sexton. Try Sexton because we know Yelich did it for sure.
Richie Sexton. No.
Oh.
Who else had good years for the Brewers? Ricky Weeks.
Yeah, we should have Ricky Weeks.
There, Aramis Ramirez.
Yeah, but we already put him for Pittsburgh.
Milwaukee.
Pittsburgh.
Wade Miley. Did you play for Cleveland? Nope. God, we're butchering this.
CC is there. Then
yeah, CC.
He's going to be high up there, though.
Yeah, 47%. Holy shit.
Number one. I knew that was coming.
Pittsburgh and Atlanta. Who was the one that was for both of them?
Brian Giles. Try Brian Giles. I just want to throw it's one of the Giles. Oh, there's two Brian Giles.
There was two.
Yeah, but this is the real one.
That's the one that I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Marcus is his brother. Nah, it's not him either. Frank Gore go to Pittsburgh at the end of his career, maybe. Jeff Frank.
Yeah, he did. I think. I'm pretty sure he did.
Jeff Frank Gore. Nope.
Man,
name that McCann. James McCann. Did he play for Pittsburgh? No.
Man,
Ryan McCann? No.
No.
Chris Benson, Ivan Nova. I'm just going to name every guy I know that played for the Pirates. Ivan Nova is a crazy name.
That's a name.
I think the guy was an all-star one year. All right, we've bungled this. This is over.
Yeah, let's take some looks.
Yeah, let's
look at the
show summary. Wait, how do I look at most guests? How do I look at that?
Today's results, or no thanks, maybe later.
There we go. Sid Bream? Who the fuck is that?
He was in the outfield when
Glad we didn't put Bobby Bonilla.
Him and Barry Bonds hated each other.
Sid Bream?
I think Sid Bream is the guy. Is he the one that scored when Barry Bonds was throwing the ball in from left field for the Braves to move on?
No idea.
I don't know.
I mean, I have no idea. He retired in 1994, and he is the number one answer by a mile. Who else played for these two teams? I mean, who else did? I can't imagine. Who's the number one answer, do we think? Kenny Lofton is the only guy I've ever heard of the top five guys. There's a guy named Rabbit. His first name's Rabbit. Jose Bautista played for both of those teams.
Yeah. Sid Bream is is the guy who scored the winning run for Barry Bonds' last game as a Pittsburgh Pirate.
Brooks, there's a guy from 1930s named Bill Brubaker. Does that ring a bell?
Billy.
Billy Brubaker. Jesse Chavez. Oh my God. Francisco Cervelli.
Jesse Chavez. There are only 16 people with a WAR for the Brewers of all time.
Vince DiMaggio? Is that related to Joe DiMaggio?
I don't know. That was tough.
That was a really hard one. I agree. Usually, I mean, we're pretty good when it comes to baseball, and that was Ramon Hernandez. Isn't that catcher for the Orioles back in the day?
Yeah, he played for those.
Adam LaRoche. Oh, name that LaRoche.
Yeah. All right. We're wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. Let's call it a day. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in to Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture. Happy Thursday. Enjoy Vegas versus Denver tonight. If you like watching good defenses tear up bad offenses, that should be the game for you to watch. Also, we have Caps Pens tonight. And the Orioles promo schedule has come out, and it includes a Samuel Basayo bobblehead.
And he's newly engaged.
Is he?
Yeah, newly engaged.
Good for him. Reversible floppy hat presented by Coors Light and hot dog race hats. I might have to go to that game.
Yeah.
I might have to get myself a relish hat. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you. Happy Thursday, and we will see you next week, same time, same place.
Same place. See you guys.
Later.